but I've had much better barbecue for a better price.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
because that's maybe the undiscussed part about barbecue is the price for the flavor.
Right.
Ratio.
Right. Yeah. You know what? That price for the flavor ratio is the issue, right? Like,
because Pinkertons, I think is good, not for the price.
Not for the price. Right.
Not at all.
Like,
I haven't gone yet. We were planning on it though.
No, yeah, try it out. Yeah, you should definitely try it.
But when you start looking at the price, you're like, for this price,
I'd go to Two Brothers, or I'd go. I don't even know if they're still around, but like I'd go to
3M.
Smoke Shack. 3M, yeah, Smoke Shack. I think Smoke Shack, flavor to price, Smoke Shack, is the shit.
Yeah,
like I'd go there all the time.
Shit, Bill Miller's flavor to price is
can't be topped. We already covered that extensively.
We have talked about Bill Miller's multiple times on this pod.
Yeah, people are like, but it's not as good. It's like, but is it as good? Like for $5? And it's like, well, actually, yeah, for $5 it's probably better. And yeah, you goddamn right.
There's no S at the end.
I know. That's that weird Mandela effect.
Yeah. It's Bill Miller.
They have a whole new Bill Miller compound that's being built.
It's not Bill Miller's barbecue?
Nope,
No,
it's Bill Miller barbecue.
Single.
Yeah.
I don't think
you're just eating. I'm telling you. You're just eating Bill Miller himself.
Yeah, Bill Miller barbecue. There is no S.
Which is a power move when you think about it.
Yeah. Okay.
They're the ones putting it on.
All right. That's an alternate universe. Shall we get going?
Let's start.
All right. Why not?
I always got to put the headphones off because that means you can blow your eardrums out.
Dude, no one warned me. Now I'm here.
Now we're here. Welcome, everybody. My name is Chibbi.
I'm here. And this is
the Puro Pinche Podcast, a pop culture and politics podcast with a South Texas twist.
And we're live today.
We are live, and we are made in Texas by Mexicans. Let's go, people.
Shout out to the 3 people watching.
That's right. Do we have 3 people? Is that what's going on? I don't know.
I can't see.
If you are watching, you can leave a comment wherever you're watching, and it'll show up right behind me. So y'all have to keep an eye on the chat for me, because I can't see it. But
welcome, everyone. We're glad you're here.
Yeah.
Temperature check. How y'all doing?
Well, you know, much better than we were 2 weeks ago. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. So we were supposed to pod. Was it 2 weeks ago?
It was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and just ACs left and right across the great state of Texas were going down.
And hard. It was like 95 degrees in this house.
It was spreading like COVID, bro. Like first mine went down early summer. Then and the first thing, being the first person with bad AC out the gate is people treat you like a leper. It's like, oh, I'm sure that sucks.
No, it could happen to you too.
And then, subsequently, then like the homies, like just like dominoes, their AC failures were just happening, like blown ACLs in the NBA. It was crazy. And so it hit you. You struggled.
We struggled. And then we went and bought one of those portable AC units.
Goddamn right.
Because the fucking AC repair company that was assigned by the home warranty was like, yeah, we'll be there on August 28th. It's like, that's 3 weeks away, motherfucker.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to die.
They out here saving other people's lives,
Apparently, we weren't a priority. And then I ended up fixing it myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm a butch gay.
There you go.
Allegedly.
Yeah. When it comes to matters of HVAC, you are in that proximity.
I'm in the know. I fixed my own goddamn AC.
It's tech when you think about it. Yeah.
It is. Also in the studio, we have
Paul.
Pope.
Home Paul's here.
For sure.
First time, long time.
It's been a minute, Paul.
Well, yeah, last time I was supposed to be here,
The AC went out.
You know what? The AC went out.
The AC went out.
I didn't use my calendar. Like I was, I was like, yeah.
That was 6 weeks ago, actually.
I had all of the things, and then I was like, Chibbi, did you call me? I think you called me. Like,
no,
where?
I texted.
I called.
Oh, yeah.
He called.
Like, where are you? I'm like, oh, damn it, I'm supposed to be somewhere right now. And I jumped up. I was like, let me go. And then got a phone call from work, and I was like, you know what?
I told him, I was like, Paul must really want to be on the pod if he's coming at 4:30, 4:45 on a Friday.
I miss you guys.
Yeah,
from the east side.
Yeah,
like,
I miss you.
That was
to
respect.
the northwest side.
That was love. So.
Yeah, I miss you guys. I was like, man, I have not done this in a while. And I'm in a weird space where, like, I did 5 seasons of my pod, and then 2 years of Horribly Good Guys, and then like maybe 2 to 3 years ish of the Gumbo Pot. Like, so I had all of this content that I've been doing, and now I'm not doing any content.
You're like that dude who retired from the league, and he's like, "Am I supposed to keep working out?"
I think I can. I think I still play.
Just bonding people at a bus stop.
I can still play, and so
do I just become president of podcasts?
Yeah, like so I've been. Like, I don't know where to. Sometimes I'm like,
you're just giving hot takes while you're in
randomly just giving hot takes. I got like a couple of people I'll call and be like, hey, I don't have a podcast, so I got to give you this right now.
Did you see this on the news?
Right, like, shit.
Well, we're glad you're on the pod.
I know. We're glad. We're going to get all into it.
Posting on my social media right now that I'm live on Puro Pinche on YouTube.
On YouTube. There you go. Because Instagram wasn't working. Instagram was just showing the because it's, vertical. It was just showing Paul. So it would have been the Paul show.
That's cool. No, that is no.
But Instagram and Facebook, also for the putties, you may have noticed.
Did you see? There was one putty who was like, "No, I prefer sluts."
You prefer sluts? I didn't see. Where was that?
That was on Instagram. Someone was watching the show and was like, "I prefer sluts."
All right, for the putties and or sluts
Yes.
out there, new tagline for the Puro Pinche Podcast, in line with new merch for the Puro Pinche Podcast. You may have noticed we posted on our Instagram these 2 new T-shirts that say "Made in Texas by Mexicans," and we're actually donating half. I think we said half of the proceeds are going to Raíces, which stands for
the Republic Against Indigenous.
No, the opposite of that.
Existence.
I forgot.
No.
Refugee and Immigrant Center for Services, something like that. People that help immigrants and refugees with legal stuff, social stuff, and whatnot. So we're going to donate stuff, donate the proceeds to that. So if you want a Made in Texas by Mexicans t-shirts, 2 options. You can go on the website, puropinchepod.com/pod and get yours.
So let's get into it. Let's show them how we make the sausage. Let's get Paul back in the potting shape.
All right, just to warm us up, we start with a segment called Nope, You're Wrong, where one of us brings a subject that we are either for or against and tell everybody else that they're wrong for their opinions. And to kick us off, just because it's been in my timeline, HBO is doing a new Harry Potter series. Whole series. We don't need that shit. Just period. Point blank.
I'm going to say nope, you're wrong.
Point blank. Especially because of the way that like the stuff has now been coming out about the series. It isn't a new take on it or they're literally like, it's just the same thing with like a Black Severus Snape.
Nope.
So
nope, you're wrong.
We don't need this. Kids can go read the books and watch the movies.
I'm going to say why you're wrong.
Okay.
The new Harry Potter is needed. It's just not needed for you.
No, it's just not needed, period.
No, this is literally why. Because I've seen this happen already. But basically anyone under the age of 25, for the most part, they don't have any emotional connection to Harry Potter.
They do not.
And it's ripe IP for the use. And like, just like all the old Harry Potter heads who are 25 to like, say what, 35, 40, who bought all the shirts, who were supporting all the books, who went to the fucking theme park, they're aging out of it.
So Captain, I am against the IP-fication of it all. Is for.
I'm saying it's needed. You said that it's not needed. I'm saying for
who needs it?
The next generation.
You mean HBO needs it?
Every
HBO
year
needs it
we
to make
try
more
to
money.
make a new fucking Ninja Turtles.
She who must not be named needs it so that she can make more money.
I'm not saying you have to like it. I'm just saying that clearly it's needed for a new generation.
I don't think so.
Like, because there's let's do it like this. What's the new IP for kids? And I know what it is, but do you know what it is?
No, because I don't have kids.
It doesn't matter. Well, that was like shit. I didn't have kids when Harry Potter was coming out.
You were a kid.
No, I wasn't. I was. That's the funny thing about me, like 5 Harry Potter.
Older. Yeah, you were a teenager.
I think the books came out. My brother, because like my brother was perfect for like the Harry Potter phenomenon. So like, I think I was already in like 10th grade or 11th grade when Harry Potter dropped. Yeah, so I was already into drinking and like trying to like, kind of flirt with women women terribly.
You're right.
And so I didn't give a shit. And then by the time the movies came out, I was doing drugs in college.
Yeah.
I was like, I can give a fuck about watching little kids. Like, that's weird if I was into it.
I'm just saying, like, if they were going to remake it, well, like, remake it, but, like, you're literally using the same costumes.
I get it. That's what they do. It's like, that's like saying, like, let's do a different Ninja Turtles, but let's just, like, not make them turtles. Let's make them armadillos.
We don't need it.
I disagree.
This world doesn't need it. She who must not be named doesn't need it.
I mean, yo, I know what the kids are into right now. And
what are the kids into?
We're going to get to it. It's coming up. It's on the Nope You're Wrong.
All right, moving on then.
Let me just say, I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
Great.
Yeah. Like, I've never seen a single Harry Potter.
They're trying to basically...
No, I mean, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
but the main difference is that I saw, at least, is they're trying to Game of Thrones Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. They're trying to make it into a series.
It is they're making it into a series.
And see, here's why I love that, too, now that you really got me thinking on it. I love that shit because it's a television series. Any season, they can just go left. It's like, and then Harry got murdered. And then everyone's gonna be like, no. And then all the old heads are gonna be like, that's not in the books. Oh my God.
Except they can't, because She Who Must Not Be Named is a bitch and a half, and has actually been like, okay, HBO, you can have it. No, you can't have it anymore. Well, like this back and forth bullshit.
Yeah, if your reasoning is She Who Should Not Be Named is a pain in the ass, like, of course, and always.
Side note. Real quick. Mm-hmm. I thought She Who Should Not Be Named
was Hermione.
No. Was the device that you don't say out loud.
Well, that one too.
Okay, because you don't say it out, because if you say it and it starts listening.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, who cares about... But you mean...
The author.
The author.
Gotcha.
Yes. Yeah. Harry Potter is where that phrase came from.
Oh.
That's not true.
He Who Must Not Be Named?
Bro, that shit existed like in the 70s. I promise you, I'm going to go find a movie where someone's like, well, you know, he who should not be named.
He who must not
it was a saying that you say. It was like, fuck. See, that's the problem with Harry Potter heads. They love just claiming some shit like...
It became pop culture.
It was ubiquitous. You just say it whenever.
It was ubiquitous.
The fact they just attached it to someone.
Extent that it is post Harry Potter.
All right, man.
I would have been for a Harry Potter season, like if this was the original like iteration of it, because I agree, like there's so much more you can do in a series than in the confines of a 2-hour movie. Mm-hmm. And these are, the books get long, but not anymore.
All right. Well. The next topic.
Moving on. Self-care.
I don't have my...
Self-care is a scam in the time of fascism, says Rooster.
All right, y'all. This might be a hot take, but this is why I stand on it on Nope You're Wrong. It's dark fucking times, y'all.
Yes, it is.
And what I'm seeing more and more of is too many people in the progressive media space, social media, and even, television, telling others who are going through these perilous times, like, don't forget, y'all, self-care, take a beat. All right, step back, go take some me time. The time for me is over. It is a time for us to kick some shit over. And bro, I understand. It's not to say that self-care isn't important, but in the time of fascists, that is the scam, bro. They are taking more shit because we are self-caring ourselves out of the goddamn equation. Knock that shit off. Go send a letter or something. At a minimum.
March in the streets.
Tweet. Be mad. Be mad. I think that's the other side of it too, is it's like we're trying to like hide our anger.
Are we?
Yes. I agree. Like, I'll say it like this. In the daily think about it like this. Here, let's make this like, let's bring race into this. You remember when motherfucking Black Lives Matter was happening everywhere, right? That conversation was everywhere. It was in the streets. It was at your job. It was like in the school systems. It's like, let's talk about the ethics about this, abolish the police. Like the conversations were happening because people were fucking mobilized and we weren't self-caring and fucking doing facials. All right. We were out here. The conversation was happening. Now everyone's just hush tones. Oh my God. Did you see what the fuck he did to the CDC? Oh my God. Did you? I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it right now. All right. I'm out having a good time. I don't want to talk about it. We need to that's what I mean. The anger isn't there. Like, I don't, shit. I think there was more people upset. You remember this? I don't know. It sucks that I'm laughing. You remember when that French journalist got murdered? And then the reason why I'm laughing is because Shaggy, to this day, that is still his fucking profile picture from 2000 and whatever the shit, 12, of like, say, don't forget his name in like a multiple languages. Like, we did that. Okay? We're not doing shit like everyone needs to change their goddamn profile pic into. I also have a suggestion. It's a penguin. Okay,
it's a penguin.
The penguin is the new face of the revolution.
I'm here for it.
Let's do it.
Because they got tariffed.
They got tariffed for no reason.
For no reason.
Self-care sucks.
Maybe in your circles they're whispering about it. We're still talking about it pretty loudly in my circles.
Who's we? We'll go back to that.
Nope. I hear what you're saying. The problem with what you're saying is I think that self-care is still important, highly important. And I also think it's just too much shit. It's too much happening over here. And so
that's the point.
Right. That's the point. But it becomes a problem to the people who just look at it and go, I don't even know where to start. Yeah. So I'm gonna go and get a facial, and because I don't know where to start.
And to a point that we've made on this pod before, right? Like, Black Lives Matter was an easy thing to like get behind. It made
fascism is an easy thing to get behind.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not, because it's so nebulous, and because people in this country haven't experienced that, right?
Concentration camps. How about that?
What's fascism?
What is fascism?
Yeah.
It's mobilizing military in D.C. It's attacking the education systems with laws, which is one of the things we're going to talk about. It's destroying the CDC and making us less safe.
See how it's not easy?
No. I'm saying, no. Time out. Self-care. Wait. If a motherfucker wants to self-care, they will go through the aisles of different tangerine face washes, but you can't pick a fucking fight. Fuck that.
No, but here's the thing.
You're not wrong, but neither am I.
You're right. You're not wrong, but when Black Lives Matter was everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. That was a singular ideology of Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
When you say fuck fascism, it's a lot of things.
But I'm saying we had a lot of little things along the way. No, we were too busy self-caring along the way. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so we should have stopped self-care a long time ago.
That's why I say it's a scam now.
Okay, gotcha.
That's what I'm saying.
Scammed.
Yes, because that whole time I was like, oh my God, can you believe it? It's like, yeah, that's what we should really do something about it. We'll get the next thing. And then the next. And now we're here, and I understand, yes, it's a big problem.
Leave a comment if you've got something on this. No, but this is what we talked about before. We're like, make America great. Super easy to understand, digestible, means whatever you want it to mean to yourself, but you can get behind Make America Great. Right. Black Lives Matter. Super easy to understand, all of that. Like, fascism, democracy, all of those are ethereal concepts to most Americans. Yep. When you say democracy's, that's why she didn't win. You know, like, when you say democracy's under attack, people are like, what does that mean? You know, like,
right.
There was a time
most people.
Okay, so then let's come up with some slogans that people can get behind. Like, read a fucking book.
Like, read a fucking book.
You know what I mean? Like, go watch Andor. If you're gonna self-care, go watch Andor.
That,
all right? That go like cause so here's the other side of it too. And this is kind of where this came from. To me, the thing that the right does really well is they have the figurehead, and then authoritarianism in general always has the figurehead, right? Mm-hmm. People like that because that person is just giving out the marching orders, and you can get behind it. And when they fuck up or they're doing fuck shit, as long as it doesn't affect you, you're not mad.
Yeah.
Progressivism relies on coalitions, okay? It's bringing as many people to the table to hash this shit out. And when you do that, sometimes things don't get done. Sometimes things take longer. Sometimes it's like, well, who's at the table? And then more importantly, it's like, well, who's responsible when shit doesn't work? It's like, well, we're trying
just
build
the fucking bike rack.
Right. But see here, just build a fucking bike rack, because this motherfucker painted the wall black. The wall he didn't finish, the wall that Mexico didn't pay for, and they don't care.
Yeah.
And now they're going to spend, how much you think, how many, hundred thousands of dollars? At least hundreds of thousands of dollars to paint the wall black.
Yeah.
At least, if not millions. Maybe millions?
Hundreds of thousands.
We'll say hundreds of
Could be 1 or 2 million.
Yeah, low millions.
Okay, not high millions, definitely. Low millions. But like millions of dollars to paint the wall that he didn't finish, that Mexico didn't pay for, black. And there's already videos of people still climbing that fucking wall, just getting through.
Millions of dollars spent on a military flyover for Putin.
Yeah. And so I think, I think there's ways to... I think we're talking about two things. Getting people involved is in what specifically is not what I'm sort of concerned about. If that's the next, I think that's the next part of the conversation. I'm just saying, activate, motherfuckers. Yeah. It's like, we're rested, okay?
Well,
we're fucking rested.
I think that's where the issue is those of us that have been activated and paying attention are fucking tired. And so the solution is activate more people, not those of us that have been activated do more.
This might be controversial. How activated are they? And I don't mean activated in their feelings, and I don't mean active online, because that's what I tend to see a lot of is, no, I do so much. It's like, yeah, are you in the streets though? Or are you online? And again, and it's not to devalue. Yeah, and it's not to devalue like the work. But I do think that also needs to sort of be put into a perspective, because these motherfuckers are either out on the streets or not giving a fuck. It's one or the other. And then if they're online, it's just to troll us. So why are we engaged in that shit online anyway? Because I saw, shout out to Jessica Salgado. She had posted something, and I think it was kind of a dig at sort of activists online specifically about like, does your in the streets activism match your online activism? And I was like, no, mine doesn't, because I'm more active in the streets than I am online. Because
I think part of the issue, and I've been saying this for years, everywhere except for on a podcast, because I don't have one.
He's working off the rust.
I've been saying, like, we're in this new space of activism, though, doesn't involve sacrifice.
You have said that.
And people aren't sacrificing anything. When the No Kings protest happened here, that was on a Saturday. And they went to City Hall to protest on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Guess what? City Hall was closed. So who are you protesting? Because City Hall is closed, and most people are off on Saturday. So they didn't lose any work, and City Hall wasn't affected. Like, when you look at the civil rights era and the protests that happened then, the biggest one being one of the biggest ones being the Montgomery bus boycott. Not only did that affect the bus system of Montgomery, but the people who were boycotting had to sacrifice. They started giving each other rides. If you had a car, then you would give people rides so they wouldn't ride the bus. And in exchange, they would normally either make lunch, or there were things that people were doing, but there was sacrifices being made where you had to go, well, I got a car, now I got to take these 3 motherfuckers to work so that they don't get on the bus. But that's still a sacrifice. And most of the protests we see now, most of the activism that I see, doesn't involve any sacrifice, and it doesn't really affect commerce.
Yeah. So and that's why boycotts work, or what is the word? The picket lines.
Yes.
What is the word for that? Is it boycott?
Demonstrations.
I don't know.
Lines.
Well, the people, like unions or like the writers, strikes. There you go. That's the word. That's why the strikes work, because it hits the people that you're striking in the pocketbooks, and the people that are striking are kind of putting their necks on the line. Right. So I don't know. Yeah.
But I still say, nope, you're wrong, because I think that you still need to take care of yourself at the same time of trying to take care of others.
Not that you need a mani-pedi or an avocado facial. Just rest.
But see, now you're policing people's self-care.
Some self-care is a scam.
But it's like, you got to put your mask on first before helping others. Like, you got to take care of you, make sure you're good, so that you can get back out there and fight the good fight.
I think maybe what I'm saying is, I want to know the people who are very moved by the issues, like it hurts them in their soul, like deeply, because they're empathetic. but they really don't want to do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, can y'all just just put a hand up? I'm not even gonna be mad at you. I just want to know that I should stop. Yeah, that's why I don't send you the newsletter. Yeah, I don't send you the newsletter because it's like that's just what it is.
All right, moving on. Shootings caused by SSRI drugs. Rooster.
This isn't my Nope You're Wrong. This is RFK's Nope You're Wrong.
Oh.
So we'll talk more about the shooting later. But do y'all think that SSRI drugs cause school shootings? Because he's trying to make that case.
Nope, he's wrong.
Okay. Yeah, nope, he's wrong.
Yeah, even though there's no evidence linked to it at all that mental health drugs, for depression or anything like that, cause people to go crazy. And
that's right.
They, other countries take those drugs and they don't shoot up schools.
Exactly.
You have to though. You have to almost look at what the administration does and goes, "Hey, y'all are trying." Like
trying to stretch the lives.
Yeah.
They stretching some lives.
Yeah. Because for him to come out and say that, you're like,
I don't think he thinks they are lies. I think he legitimately thinks them, and I don't think like his ideas are in any way connected to the administration.
Oh no, right.
Like
RFK
Jr. is going hard rogue, and the president's just like, whatever. Yeah. Do whatever you want because it doesn't affect me.
Yeah. RFK Jr. to me also, there's like that whole trad wife, but also that like holistic, healthy mom lifestyle world. And I think sometimes, even though many of them have kids with men and women, what I tend to see is a lot of like weird, like they generalize about children sometimes the way that like Trump like generalizes about immigrants. You know what I mean? We're like, you don't understand. All these kids are on fucking pills. It's like, no, they're not. Like, what the fuck are you talking? Like, you don't understand. All these kids are depressed. It's like, which kids are you talking about? And like, in what way? Because they're outside playing on the playground right now. Like, and sometimes I think that also becomes, and so that's how I think RFK Jr. sees it. Because that was one of his lines from the recent meeting was he was like, he really kind of thinks that all these kids are on medication. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, no, that's not how it works. The one depressed kid with the chemical imbalances, the handful in the school, maybe.
Well, I'm going to ask a quick question and we can take this anyway. But is it, if I believe a thing, if I believe it in my core, and so I start telling people the thing, because I believe it.
Yep.
So I tell you the thing, and I believe it, I tell you.
Right.
And then you start telling the same thing. Are you lying? You didn't do the research. You just heard me say it.
No. He's spreading a lie, but he's not lying. Right. Because he believes it.
That's kind of how I have started looking at some of the things that the whole administration does. Like I'm like, I don't know if...
Or how people look at shit on the internet.
Yeah. I don't...
Flat Earth is right. Like, flat Earth belief is rising. Oh. Because these motherfuckers just heard about it.
Yeah. And I'm like...
And that's the problem. If enough people believe a lie, it becomes true.
No, that's not true. That's not fucking true. We're not doing that. Yeah. No, it just becomes... We live in a misinformed reality, but that doesn't mean it's true.
So the Earth isn't flat?
No.
Shit.
We'll talk more about RFK a little bit later. It's in the these motherfuckers section. Next up, Trump versus Vance. Make your case, Rooster.
Okay, so this is y'all's opportunity to pick a side in this. As we've seen, Trump's got weird health things happening. I don't know if you've been seeing. He's been wobbling when he went to go meet Putin. He couldn't walk in a straight line. The girl got cankles
his hand,
or something.
Something's going on with his little
he's got the crazy
scary movie hand.
Yeah. And one of the conspiracy theories that's going around is if you hadn't seen it like recently, a lot of JD Vance interviews happening, and a lot of the questions are like, do you think you're ready in case you would have to fill the position? And him being like, yeah, I think 200 days, I got some good. He's not saying
that he's not ready.
Right. So my question is, pick a side. Do you think, as terrible as Trump is, as stupid as Trump is, and how puppeted he is he still the better option than what we would get if we were to have JD Vance in charge of everything? Or does he just take it to the max now? Like, does Trump's stupidity prevent anything?
So I stand on this, that I don't think Trump is stupid.
Oh, yeah.
I think Trump is narcissistic. And I think Trump believes the shit he says. Like I think, I think like I always go back to the
I absolutely
Abril Garcia MS-13 fist. He believed
that shit was real.
That was real because it said MS-13 on the picture. Like he believed that.
He was telling everyone.
Yeah, he was and running with it, right? Like, did you see the fist that said MS-13?
No,
like,
but did you see the picture?
Yeah, did you? Right,
it's like
but that being said, I think Vance would be worse. So if I had to pick a side, like I recognize that what Trump is he is I've said this before, like the most important job at the circus isn't the ringmaster, it's the clown. The clown has the absolute most important job at the circus because the clown is the misdirection. You don't think about the clown being important, but you also don't recognize the work that's going over here. The clown has a job. I think that he is that. I think if Vance gets in office, we no longer have the clown, and I don't think that he can do that. And it gets to the point where they'll just have Vance out here saying everything. Like literally go say this.
Yep.
And he doesn't have the charisma. I know that sounds crazy. He doesn't have the charisma that Trump has with Trump's base.
Yeah.
So I agree. I think right now, I think the people that are really in charge are not Trump.
No, it's the people behind the Heritage Foundation.
Yeah, and they're the ones really like pulling the strings, calling the shots. And Trump every once in a while says something so far left that it's like, oh well, that kind of derailed us a little bit. Let's try and get it back in line.
I kind of feel like that's why tariffs are so important to him, because that's one of the few things he can control.
Yeah.
And who he fires.
Yeah,
I think that's because all the documentation and executive orders, he doesn't write that shit. He doesn't fucking
at all
go to meetings about that shit. They just put it in front of him. He just likes cameras and giving his signature.
And so I think it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? Where like if Vance were to come into power, then the puppeteers have a puppet that will just bark on command, jump as high as he needs to jump, all of that. On the flip side of that, though, a lot of the MAGA base may not be on board with Vance, right? They are Team Trump.
Right.
And if Trump is no longer the coach of said team, they might be like, well, I don't know about this guy.
Because I see the same thing too. Like and so really this is a question of, do you want Trump to die in office? When it's really kind of where it came from.
The answer is no,
because
unfortunately.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
we had this conversation 8 years ago.
But see, I think Mike Pence was different.
Mike Pence was different.
But
it still, I think, would have been worse.
JD is a proper asshole.
I don't think Mike Pence would have been worse. I think that Mike Pence, like if you ask me Pence versus JD Vance, I feel like Vance is the ultimate puppet.
Yes.
Like I think
when it comes to puppets, I think as the queer in the room, Pence would have been worse for us.
Oh yeah, I'm saying nationally though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with you on that point. But also at the same time, is it not worse for queer people now, period? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so while yes, I do think Pence would have been bad there, had Trump died in office then, you would have got 2 years.
I think it would have been worse.
Really? Okay, maybe you're right.
Because Pence would have advanced quite a few things, and now we would have been where we are now 4 years ago.
I don't know though. You know, had Trump died in office then, we wouldn't be here.
We wouldn't be here.
That
part.
And I don't think Mike had the juice.
And in your alternate universe, it is Bill Miller's with an S. And Trump isn't president.
Right.
First of all, there is no S. I don't think we'd be here because I don't think we would have gotten Biden.
I don't think so either.
Right. We wouldn't have gotten Biden. Like we needed Biden to defeat Trump when he did.
We might have gotten through COVID better with Pence.
That's true.
Because that's the other side of it.
Because he wasn't trying to put a light in anybody's butt.
Or get them to drink bleach.
Yeah. But see, where I think if Vance took over, where I think he could lose MAGA is doing things that are stupid or like stopping the stupid shit Trump already did that is still red meat for the MAGA base. So like, I think he would pull the troops out of DC. I think he would calm the ICE shit down. I think the hirings of like Janine Pirro's drunk ass being like at the top of the fucking Department of Justice, she's out. But at the same time, I could see MAGA being like, oh no, like he's not one of us as much as we think. I could also see him in good puppet fashion doing that thing that's so fucked up where like every speech he gives is going to be like dedicated to the memory of Donald. We're going to have to go through that.
Yeah. But see, I disagree with you there because I think a lot of the stuff that's happening right now, again, is not because of Donald Trump. Like the ICE doing what ICE is doing right now is all Stephen Miller. You know, like these are all initiatives that are being advanced, not by Trump. He's just he's the clown.
He's the clown.
You know? Yeah. And so like, I don't think JD Vance would
But he's the one who allows it.
Anything to happen.
I think he would. Well, actually, I don't know about that one because he's real close friends with Stephen Miller.
I don't know that he allows it as much as it's as long as he can get the credit for it. Mm-hmm. Like it's not him allowing versus stopping. Mm-hmm. He wants the credit for it. So when the thing happens, as long as he can get the credit for it, then and of course they give him the spin so it looks good, right? But and so he can come out there and say, look
he's
at what I've
literally
done.
doing it with tariffs, right? When the economy's looking bad, it's Biden's economy that we're dealing with. But then when stuff turns around, it's like, oh, this is Trump's economy. It's like it's the same economy.
It's the same economy.
All right, moving on. The best thing this summer is ...
All right. So this is a two-part nope, you're wrong. But one is just my take on something. The first part is, did anyone enjoy summer 2025? I feel like it was a dead fucking summer.
There was nothing happening this
I
summer.
feel like the music was ass.
It was. There was no song of the summer.
No. Well, this goes to I think there was one winner, and I think it's that kid IP that's going to dominate for the next 10 years. And it's called K-Pop Demon Hunter. Yes, we are going up, up, up. That shit slaps. All right.
So I've been told.
That shit's so good.
By Instagram.
I don't even like K-pop or anime. And I'm like, you go, girls. You do your thing.
So is that the best thing this summer?
That absolutely is. Okay. No, just for America. For the world. Have you seen the sing-alongs?
No.
It's the sweetest thing. So let me just set a quick stage. The whole premise of this movie is popular music protects the world in this sort of like glowing aura, keeps the literal devil and demons out. And so that's why you have these musically gifted demon hunters, right? So they gotta make slaps. Imagine that shit. If you're Blade the Vampire Hunter and you gotta be Michael Jackson, that's sick. That is sick, my guy. That's fucking sick. But that's the plot of this. Does the music slap? Hell yeah. Does the animation slap? Hell yeah. But now it's also taken on this other life where it's a Netflix movie that apparently Sony made, and they just thought like, this ain't gonna go. So they just literally kind of, Netflix bought it for like nothing.
Yeah.
Shit blew up. Now it's in theaters, and it's just like, oh, all the kids at these things as they are chanting, and singing the songs, they're like, this is us saving the earth through love and song. That's the nicest shit ever. I fucking stand on that shit.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have no argument. I'm just not on the bandwagon.
Yeah. I swear, as soon as you watch it, you're going to be out here belting it.
I will say this summer's been ass. Like, this has been probably one of the worst. Like, when I think about, like, just there's always a thing of the summer to go, okay, like, it's song of the summer, movie of the summer. Like, there's always.
Because last year was what, Kendrick?
Yes. It was the Kendrick and Drake, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that took over most of the summer.
And I felt like people were at the pools last year.
And I think the summer before that, it was Bad Bunny. Yeah. It was like everywhere.
People were traveling. I don't see a lot of travel.
Nothing.
This summer has been
super trash.
Yeah.
Nothing. Best thing this summer has been
the purple dot on Trump's hand growing and us hoping that he dies, but and not.
Yeah, and not.
And some of the movies, but we'll talk about those later. So, on on to our segment, in case we haven't been political enough, onto the segment we like to call 15 minutes for the bullshit, or shit that's killing us, or these motherfuckers. If you're watching live, sorry, you're here with us. But if you are listening to the pod and you don't want to hear about any of this, you can just fast forward 10, 15 minutes. We'll probably.
Oh, we got a comment.
We got a comment.
No, psych.
So mean. I was always the victim when it was your shoes are untied. Really?
They got you with what's that on your shirt?
All the time.
Still a classic.
So first up, these motherfuckers in Texas did pass a new redistricting map. It made its way through the House, through the Senate. California did say, hold my beer.
Yep.
And is cool, we'll do it too. Which I think is kind of the point of what the Democrats did in the first session. They knew they were eventually going to have to come back, but cause enough national uproar to get the attention of other states and hopefully do something. But we can expect some court challenges for these maps. But even if they do make their way to the courts, they may not be settled before 2026. And after 2026, they might want to redraw some more maps for 2028. So here we are.
These motherfuckers.
Yes.
Next thing.
The bathroom bills are back. I don't know if you heard.
Yeah.
SB 8 passed the House and is going back to the Senate for approval because they made a couple of different little tweaks. Essentially, it makes it a crime for people to use a bathroom that doesn't correspond to their sex assigned at birth, with up to $125,000 fines. Additionally, this also deputizes citizens to file a complaint with the Attorney General for anyone they suspect breaking the law. Did you hear about the thing in, was it Minneapolis, Michigan? I think it was Michigan, where some guys went into the women's bathroom and forced this girl to lift her shirt up to prove that she was a girl in the women's bathroom.
It was at a Walmart.
There you go. Yeah. And now bitch is just going to feel empowered to do that, left and right.
Wait. I did not hear about this.
I don't know if it was a girl or a woman.
No, it was a woman. But the thing about it, too...
I don't know that it matters.
This is the details, too. They didn't get her to lift her shirt up, but what it was a woman in Target who worked there, went to the bathroom, looked away, and so there's this dude banging on the stall door get your ass out here, you creepy trans person, among other horrible things. And she's just bro, what the fuck? Until finally someone came and drug him out. And it's this is how we live now.
Okay.
I feel there was another one.
Oh, yeah, look that up. I know that one. The one I'm talking about is for a fact.
One guy doing a horrible thing bad. But the way you described it, multiple guys, meaning that there was some level of, hey, y'all, let's go do this. Everybody has to die.
I just want to say on this point, conservatives can never, ever say they're not homophobic. Specifically that word. Because one of the things that pisses me off is when you're oh, yeah, it's homophobia, it's transphobia. They're I'm not saying I'm afraid of gay guys. I'm not afraid. It's clearly
you are. Or internalized homophobia in the case of Lindsey Graham.
Oh, yeah, just throughout.
Here's the thing that I just tell people, because so many things got labeled as homophobic, right? You
my cute little vacuum.
It's the gayest vacuum I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
But because so many things got labeled homophobic, the term doesn't. It's like with racism, right? If you call everything racist, then nothing's racist. If you call everything homophobic, then nothing's homophobic. And I think that's what happens. Conservatives go, I'm not homophobic because everything's homophobic, right? The minute that the whole Cracker Barrel shit, they were it's woke, and no, that's rebranding. It's not, but once you
get that mad about Pepsi, bro.
But here's the thing: it's not even homophobic; it's transphobic and misogynistic.
Yes, it's misogynistic as hell.
Even I believe this bill is called something like the Protect Texas Women's Privacy Bill, but you're empowering people to go into women's bathrooms and be prove that you're a woman.
I so want to start using women's bathrooms now.
I know. What's funny, I had the same fucking thought.
Looking like I look.
Yeah.
I want to walk into women's bathrooms now to use women's bathrooms so that someone can say, prove you're a woman.
And run the fade.
Yeah. Hey. I never get that.
Yeah.
I never, whenever I see the thing on the TV where the person is being a dick, I'm like,
Why wasn't I there?
Why can't that come to me? like, how am I carrying myself that people aren't being douches in my presence?
Right.
Because I see it and I go, man, I wish I was there. Like,
what you all were talking about reminded me of something I saw of a white woman who put a Mexican flag, a bumper sticker, on her car because she went to, I don't know, Cancun or something, and she got a little Mexican flag bumper sticker and put it on her car, and she got pulled over by ICE within like on the first day that she put it on her bumper sticker. And that was here in San Antonio. Yep. So somebody else was like, all right, my fellow white women, you know what to do. Yeah. Put these motherfucking Mexican flags on your car and waste these motherfuckers' times.
I heard someone say this, and I want to see this become a thing. She was talking about the conservative people who are trying to get rid of ICE and get rid of, getting rid of immigrants and all other things. And she was like, if you were so anti-Mexican, stop going to Mexican restaurants.
Straight up.
Stop going to Chinese restaurants. Stop going to soul food restaurants.
Any restaurants.
You can go to... Well, not Cracker Barrel. No, not anymore. Not anymore. They're woke.
Golden Corral?
You can go. Ooh, you can go to Golden Corral.
Golden Corral and Sonic.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it. You're.
And they're a little weird because they be mixing drinks and shit. Yeah, you don't know what kind of flavor you're gonna get. That's a little sus.
That's DEI. That's DEI.
Moving on, these motherfuckers also passed out SB 10, which rolls out on September 1st, that pushes the mandatory display of the Texas Commandments in every public school classroom, despite lawsuits and a federal judge already issuing an injunction. That injunction only applies to the school districts that were specifically involved in said lawsuit. All other districts have to display it.
Is it against the law if I was a teacher and every day students walked in, I just went to the 10 Commandments and licked it? Just make it weird.
I don't think so.
Just make it weird every day.
I don't think this is like the American flag.
Where you just touching and you're something to where they're like, I don't like that he's doing it. It's like, I'm just displaying, it's like, just make it weird. Make it weird. Like, if they're going to be weird, make it fucking weirder. Like, that's the kind of activism I'm talking about. That's the kind of
activism I would love to see. Because there's some risk in that, right? Yeah. There's some risk in Professor Rooster walked into class and licked the 10 Commandments again.
Religiously.
Mm-hmm. Or put it in some weird frame that does something. I don't know,
I'm telling you.
And then if they're like, well, you can't lick the ones that are on the wall, then I'll bring my own and lick them. Yeah. And then they're like, wait, just make it weird and confusing for them.
Yeah. Or what if you just started teaching in the same kind of vernacular as the 10 Commandments? Right. Thou shalt multiplieth, doeth, times doeth.
Right.
You know?
I'm here for it.
Something.
Make it fucking nuts on them.
I'm here for it. Also, these motherfuckers, Trump kicked speaking of, RFK Jr., Trump kicked CDC Director Susan Monares out, allegedly.
No, she's out.
She's out now? Okay, there was a moment there where it was like, I'm not out. You can't tell me to be out.
No, or wait, that you're talking about from the Fed?
That too, but the CDC.
So what it was RFK Jr. was going to fire her, but he didn't have the power.
Gotcha.
So Trump
fired her. All right. So now she's out. Also, a lot of the top scientists have walked out because of political meddling. A few of them put out statements being like, I can't do this anymore.
This is bad.
These people don't believe in science. And then RFK Jr.'s deputy, Jim O'Neill, no med science creds, is now the acting head. Critics say this is a full-on degradation of public health.
I read somewhere, it's not just there, it's also FEMA too. Mm-hmm. The scientists at FEMA are quitting, and some of them are, one scientist at FEMA shared their resignation letter, publicly, and are expressing to people, don't be surprised if another Hurricane Katrina happens, because literally they don't care. And same thing with the CDC. A lot of the scientists who are leaving are, many of whom, they're not just quitting, they're fleeing the country. A lot. And I guess that's my question for y'all. At what point in all this would you be like, yeah, it's time to boogie? Ever? Let's just say you had the means. And you're like, pick a country, Spain. You Spanish now.
Oh, you said at what point would leave the country?
In the fuck shit, yeah. What fuck shit has to go down where you're like, bro, I got a boogie? Because now this is Nazi Germany. I mean, it kind of is.
It kind of is.
I'm going to tell you now, like, my son has a year. He has a year. He's a senior. When my son graduates...
You're Spanish.
All locations are on the table. All locations are on the table when my son graduates.
You're seeing it on a smaller level, like within states. Like a lot of queer and trans people have moved out of Texas real quick.
A lot of political scientists are leaving.
Yeah.
Because they're like,
scientists.
We know how this story goes.
A lot of scientists are leaving.
Yeah.
Because they're like, bro, I know how this goes. And so, and I do honestly think with like laws like these, or with what's happening there, there's some SB laws that I don't want to get into, but that are affecting education. Like we are reaching tipping points where now institutions have to make a decision. And where that goes, I don't know. And it's really got me to that point where I'm like, shit, like if I could lose my job or did lose my job, like I don't know if I would live here anymore.
Yeah. And part of me also is questioning the kind of like, I don't want to say strategy of it, but like, if you are inside the system and the system is broken, is it really the best idea to be like, I'm leaving, y'all figure it out, or stay? Because like once you relinquish that, as we are seeing with the CDC,
I think the situation's changed from the last time. Because the last time there were people who were like, as fuck them, but like Rex Tillerson, for instance, had the country's better interest in mind. Anyone who Trump is now like, fuck that guy who used to work for me, like for 4 years, fuck them. They were stopgaps.
Yeah.
Not saying they weren't assholes. John Bolton was a fucking asshole. But they were still
rational assholes.
Well, they weren't craven pieces of shit who were like trying to enrich themselves off of like white wing extremism.
But by all of these people that are like by all of these people who are resigning, leaving their posts and things like that, is that not just accelerating the degradation of these systems?
No, it absolutely is. But I guess that's what that was the point I'm saying is that
this is the activism. You need to stay where you are.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with you. I guess what I'm saying is it's shifted to where it's different now. Like I can't get into the specifics, but essentially at my job, if I got in trouble for teaching one of your poems, right? Because let's say hypothetically I have
Maya Angelou.
No, I'm literally using yours. So like if I did a Chibbi poem and a dual credit high school student, right, was in my classroom and their parents read your poem and didn't like it, I could potentially lose my job because there's that parental right now for schools. But where does that begin and end? Because that kid's not 18, but that kid's in a college room in my college space. And then what about all these college students who are of age? Like I have to do something. It's so muddy to where now, like if the institution were to get pressure on them from Greg Abbott, who's happily signing these bills, Paxton and the rest, Dan Patrick, like, are they going to defend me? I don't know, and honestly, I don't think so. So that's where it gets tricky. It's like, do I skate now or lose my job and then don't have options anyway?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So like, I hear you, but at the same time, it's like it's really fucking bad.
But I think the question really becomes, do you stay in the system and fight?
Yeah.
Right. Because that's if you're going to just stay in the system as a stopgap, then you're really not doing anything anyway. You're just kind of collecting a check, right? Like you have to, if you're not going to fight, then you're just there.
Yeah. And that's the question, like, where can you fight better, in the system or outside of the system?
Well, but if you're not going to fight, then where should you be?
Well, let's talk about this chick specifically. What was her first name?
Margaret. Susan.
Margaret. Well, no, fuck that. We're calling her Margaret. Let's say
Susan Margaret.
Susan Margaret. So what actually happened to her had to do a lot with the vaccines and all and new CDC rules. that RFK is doing. RFK also has like essentially we'll call them like a special council of people who have a lot of authority, zero background in medicine, and a lot of them are like internet freaks who just are anti-vax or worse. And so the scientists were pushing back against a lot of them. He wanted specifically to push this the new regulations that came out against vaccinations and like more parental rights on like, should your kids be vaccinated and more things. And so she was like, yeah, no. So she was fighting back. Like you were saying, she was like, yeah, no, I can't get on with that. And then he was like, well, either way, shut the fuck up. This is what we're doing. And she couldn't do anything more. She went behind his back. There's a sitting Republican senator whose name I forget, who is also a licensed doctor, and was like, hey, this is basically whistleblow. Yeah. This is what's going on, blah, blah, blah. So he calls RFK and is like, why am I getting these calls? That pissed off RFK, which then told Shorty, you need to quit. Shorty was like, you can't fire me. I'm not quitting. And then he took it up to Trump, who was just like, you're fired. So that's why I think the fascism really has to kind of sharply come into focus, because that's how fast you can just be erased out of the equation.
And how hard it was to follow that conversation is why people are not out in the streets saying fuck fascism.
Right.
But whose fault is that? Like, I don't know. Like, I think I don't know. Like,
everybody's not as smart as you.
No. I understand that. I understand that.
But do you understand that?
No, I do. I do.
Like, because here's the thing. Here's the thing.
You know where I live. Shut the fuck up. You know I'll be out there.
Like, at a certain point, I'll even say, like, microphones off. Microphones off, the three of us talking. At a certain point, we are still having high-level conversation that people sometimes go, you know what? I don't care. And they check out because the conversation is at such a high level. Everything you said, right. But if I'm my cousin, my cousin just want to get bitches.
Yeah.
And everything happening at the CDC.
Well, but you got to put it in a language he understands. Buddy, you can't get bitches if you don't got money, because the economy is getting worse.
But everything happening at the CDC.
Trickle down economics is not
nothing to him.
Bitches.
Everything at the CDC.
When the bitches aren't there because they got COVID, right? You can't get bitches.
But that becomes the other side of it. Like, to get people activated.
Well, what if they don't get COVID?
You have to talk to them at their level.
That I've been thinking about.
To get people activated, you have to talk to them at their level.
I think you don't. I disagree with that. I've been on this new kid.
Nope, you're wrong.
You don't have to talk to people at their level. You have to talk to them at their feeling. Because that's where I've realized. I have some buddies who are ex-military, right? And some of them are right-leaning, and some of them might even be a little bit pro-Trump. But the thing that I always notice, especially after like the shooting that just happened in Minnesota, is, they're very Second Amendment. They're very, questioning about COVID vaxes or the mandates that were there or the stays in place and shit like that. And I get that. But that's why I think people's feelings almost matter more, and that's what Democrats miss. And I think that's what y'all are saying or getting at when you're like, well, you're talking too high on this, I get that, but I think people won't move unless they feel the fucking tragedy, the fear, the whatever, the anger to want to mobilize. And how we get that to happen is getting harder and harder because people's lives are getting harder and harder. And the more their lives get harder, the less they want to engage in the politics with it. They're just trying to survive.
Unless the Democrats can find a way to simplify the message to make it relevant to people.
I think Gavin Newsom is going to run for president, and I think he's going to get it. That's what I'm saying. Because he's doing...
I don't.
Well, that's fair. But because I think
he's going to run.
I think what he's doing already is he's quietly campaigning. He's doing what Trump did, basically. He's campaigning without campaigning.
Yes.
Yeah. He's standing up, which Democrats right now are just screaming for, even though they don't have power to stand up.
And he's trolling the fuck out of Trump.
He's trolling him. But the other thing that I think he's doing really exceptionally well is it kind of goes back to that thing of like, people don't like coalitions. They don't like conferences. They don't want a bunch of people on the problem. They want the one guy who's like, I'm here to set this. I think that's why Hope and Change was so like evocative and it got people mobilized.
I said on this podcast that if Trump is Godzilla, we need Mothra.
I think it's Gavin Newsom,
and I think Gavin Newsom is starting to fill that spot. But I don't
like it.
I don't. I don't like any of it. Like I like it. I don't like.
I mean him.
I don't think any of us have liked any of the options for over a decade now.
I liked Kamala. I'm not gonna lie. I've been like Kamala when she ran against Joe the first time.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I don't like any of it, but I think that it's needed. I think you need somebody who's going to play the game the way that they're playing the game.
Mm-hmm. Somebody at there was a Democratic something or other recently, right? Like the Democratic Party. You're gonna get me every time. There's a Democratic Party something or other that was happening, and one of them said, like, we need to stop bringing pencils to a knife fight. We can't be the only party that still plays by the rules.
They need to stop giving press conferences too. Yeah. They're just like, do y'all see how bad this is? It's like, buddy.
So do something. You're the ones that can do something about it. So, anywho, speaking of fascism, Trump used the D.C. Home Rule Act to federalize the local police and flood the streets with the National Guard troops, especially around tourist areas, claiming a crime emergency that frankly doesn't exist. Actually, crime in D.C. is at a 30-year low. Local leaders are calling it an authoritarian flex, and he also hinted at plans of rolling it out to Chicago, New York, and San Francisco, and other democratically led cities.
The question is, because the rule is he's allowed to do it, I want to say for like 60 days, 60 or 90, I'm not sure. At that deadline, if he continues, because a couple things. DC residents have already come out and spoke to the media, and the majority of them hate it. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the sandwich guy.
Always welcome on the pod.
Always welcome on the pod. Tell your story, King. The other thing is DC residents who live in more active crime areas, in those lower socioeconomic neighborhoods, they're getting nothing.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, what the fuck is any of this? We're still not safe.
It's a military parade is what it is.
That's what fascists do.
Yes.
I mean, I guess,
We're not debating whether or not fascism is currently on the rise.
No, we're debating these motherfuckers. And there's some motherfuckers.
There's some motherfuckers. Let's get out of here. And on to our next segment. In case you missed it, just some other stuff that's been happening in the world. Rooster, you put this one in. I don't know if we have much to comment on, but in case you missed it, on Thursday, a mass shooting at a Catholic school in Minneapolis left 2 children dead and 17 injured. The shooter apparently had a manifesto and posted videos on YouTube before the attack. Obviously, tragedy. We hate it. Thoughts and prayers are obviously going around and doing absolutely nothing to change the situation. So
no, keep them thoughts and prayers coming, y'all. Keep them coming. Did you see though there was a little bit of outrage on Twitter because Jen, I can't say her last name, Psaki, who was the former the
press secretary.
Thank you. Under Biden, tweeted, hey, thoughts or prayers are enough. Save it. Y'all aren't taking action, blah, blah, blah. To which J.D. Vance and Christians and the right immediately hopped on it and started grandstanding about how dare you come after our thoughts and prayers. We're literally praying our way through the grief. And it's not about whether or not it's an action. It's about praying that action happens and on and on and on. And honestly, I don't know.
I don't know if this is true, but I saw this being said that 2 of the kids that were killed were praying at the time of the shooting. They were
in mass.
They were, right, but two of the kids were actively praying, and like
didn't help.
Didn't help.
No, the one, I don't know why. I'm just gonna share it. I don't give a fuck because I don't. It was the one part of the. I'm realizing how numb I am to school shootings, and I don't like that feeling. Mm-hmm. Right. There was one part because I had time at work, and whatever. There was I think NPR had a live sort of headlines on as it was transpiring,
developing,
and so this was like maybe 17 hours after the hospital's going crazy, and I just saw this story about a nurse who went through the CT scan with a child, like an 8-year-old, because the child was just freaking out, terrified because one, they just left a fucking violent crime scene at their church, and then 2, all the chaos of the hospital and the wounded and stuff like that. And so just this nurse who, risking radiation got on the CT scan with the kid. And I don't know why that shit just pissed me off. Not at it happening, but just again, like the fact that we have to calm children getting CT scanned for potential gun wounds and bullet wounds at school is just, is America going to ever change? I don't know.
No.
Not in the direction that we're currently headed, no.
No, the answer is no. The answer is absolutely no.
Which, okay, here's another way of looking at this. This is something we can talk about.
Nope, you're wrong.
Yeah. A comment.
No, it's a comment. It's a comment.
From Cupcake.
There's a whole comment. I see the comment.
Yeah.
Do you see the comment?
I see it.
There's a comment. He's not going to turn around. He's going to turn around and be like, oh, no, there's a comment.
All right.
There's a comment.
But anywho, so this is my...
God.
I did turn around. It's Paul. Said hi.
Still a comment. Want to make you feel better about yourself.
Thank
you. My question to you is, when Democrats come into power, how... I guess that's question number 1. Do you think they ever are going to come back into power? With all the chicanery that's happening at the state level and gerrymandering. And then 2, do you think they need to just go hard left? Because I think that's just part of the conversation that gets weird, where the right wing is always going to say leftist, communist, Marxist, whatever, socialist, trans, propping up, LGBTQ, propping up party, right? Yeah. So I guess my question is do you think that there is ever going to come a time where those type of ideas are ever favorable?
I think that's what needs to happen, and they should, because if we look at the right's playbook, essentially, they don't care if it's popular or not. They're putting these plans into action, right? These executive orders, whatever. And then they'll worry about convincing people that it was the right move or not. Whether successfully or not, the shit happened already. Right. So I think that's exactly what needs to happen, is a hard left on otherwise, how it's just going to keep happening. Nothing's going to change. Now, do I think that they will? Probably no.
I think the problem, though, is in the right have a singular point of focus. There's a singular point of focus on the right. It's white Christian men. That is a singular point of focus. Everybody rallies around white Christian heterosexual men.
Which is pretty gay when you think about it. Which is gay.
Real gay.
But
the Spanish version of that would be hot.
Yeah. But that's the right's focus. Making sure that white Christian men get back in the space of power. If you go too hard on the left, what you're going to run into is people who are my mom, right? Who has been a black woman her entire life, grew up through the civil rights era. She is open to a lot of ideas, but there are things that she don't understand. Yep. And so she's afraid of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's afraid.
Demon hunter.
Yeah, she's afraid of that. Right? I always use my mom as a reference, because if you ask me who the sweetest, most loving woman that I know, it's my mom. If you ask me who is the most homophobic woman that I know, it's also my mom. Right? That's a world to her that is
gay.
Yeah. And because she doesn't understand that world, when my trans cousin came to the house after my grandmother's funeral, my mom asked her, can I still, because my trans cousin goes by Kim now. Mm. My mom said, can I still call you brother? Like my cousin is full trans. Mm-hmm. She lives her life as Kim. My mom was like, nah. Can I still call you brother? And I went, Ma, no, you should not. But so when you talk about going hard left, I think about people like my mom. I think about people, even away from my mom, like some of my like close homeboys, right? Like they are. As much as I try to be an ally to everybody that's not me, right? I try to be an ally to everybody that I come in contact with so I can understand. Like my homeboys are like, nah, we worried about us. And that's it. And I think if you go too far hard left, you start losing those people. Because those people are like, nah, it's some weird shit over there.
But would they be more open to it if they got free universal health care?
Or $1,000 a month.
Yeah. I guess, because I hear you and I don't disagree, but I think that's all. I think that's the package. It's a package deal. It's all or nothing, y'all. Mm-hmm. It's like winning. That's how you said meet them at their level. You know, it's like Price is Right showdown.
Yes.
You either win the whole shit or you win none of it.
It doesn't matter that you don't want the beach balls. Yeah, the beach balls are coming.
Yeah, trans people get their rights, but also you get fucking a light rail across the United States, universal health care, shit like that.
Kids not dying in schools and churches.
Yeah. I'm going to ask.
You should.
Yeah.
You should. As you were talking, the idea of like the right rallying around like white Christian men, and I thought the opposite of a white Christian man would be a black Islamic lesbian.
Yes.
Is that who we need to rally around? Black Islamic lesbians? And that's why the right is so afraid. A black Islamic lesbian scares the shit out of the right.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You can't scare a white man more than,
with a black Islamic lesbian.
You see how mad they got it? What's
Cracker Barrel.
Rashida Tlaib?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she wasn't even lesbian. She was just black Islamic. And they were like, she's a Muslim.
Well, speaking of black lesbians, also in case you missed it, this is just from my world for a little quick hit of dopamine. Cynthia Erivo and Adam Lambert.
Oh, yeah, I saw this.
Killed at the Hollywood Bowl in a concert adaptation of Jesus Christ Superstar.
This is my K-pop demon hunter. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Cynthia Erivo is the Jesus Christ we didn't know we needed.
Who is Cynthia Erivo?
Exactly. She's the new wicked chick. The green witch chick.
She was in The Color Purple. She was in The Outsider.
Actually, no, you remember that? Where she might have been in that Harriet Tubman movie.
She was Harriet Tubman.
Because she's British. So they got a British actress to play Harriet Tubman.
I didn't see Wicked. I didn't see the newest version of The Color Purple. Mm-hmm. What else did you name? Striped?
Harriet Tubman.
Yeah.
The was it just called Outsider?
Oh, that was
the Stephen King series.
She wasn't like the main, but she was in it.
Yeah, I need to watch more TV.
In any case,
okay, go ahead.
Cynthia Erivo is the Jesus Christ we didn't know we needed. She played Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar and fucking killed it, floored it.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. That's my little, in case you missed it, go look it up.
I'm here for Jesus as a black woman.
Yes.
I am so here for Jesus as a black woman.
And Judas as a gay man. Adam Lambert played Judas.
Okay, tell me who Adam Lambert is.
American Idol thing, he now sings for Queen sometimes.
Oh, okay. Queen, the rock group?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes when I put on too much eyeliner, people say, has anyone ever told you look like Adam Lambert? I'm like,
they
no.
Don't do that.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
On the eyeliner.
I know, but they're like, you look like Adam Lambert. I'm like, no, I don't. You're just seeing a man with, eyeliner on. Yeah. It's like when I used to have curlier hair and I put on a bandana, people would be like, you look like Jimi Hendrix. I'm like, no, I don't.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know. People are weird.
No, I could see it. Looking at this photo right here.
Nah.
And no. And the photo that Chibbi posted when he was still at Mac with the glam on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see it.
That's why. That's what happens every time. Also, quick hit of dopamine, just totally off subject. I was watching WrestleMania 23 earlier today. This was during the time that I wasn't watching wrestling, 2007. I did not know there was a battle of the billionaires that happened there between Vince McMahon and Donald Trump. And Donald Trump gets a Stone Cold Stunner. Yeah. So if you want to just feel good about yourself, go look that up.
I'll pull it up on YouTube regularly.
Jade Cargill, is that her name?
Yes. Yeah.
She got me into wrestling. I didn't know who she was.
She also has the nerds into wrestling.
Yeah,
she has
Bianca Belair,
hardcore Storm cosplay.
Yeah. I was like, I heard her on another podcast that I had just passed through, and I was like,
she came from the WNBA, I think it was, or college women's basketball.
She did play basketball.
She played college
women's basketball.
I hear her on this podcast. I'm like, wait, what? And then so I go to her IG, and I'm like, oh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, so I missed the fight that she just lost against Tiffany, whatever her face
Tiffany
is.
Stratton. That was a good one.
No, it wasn't because Jade lost. But I'm like, I may be back into wrestling. Like that may be the thing. Yeah. And she's married to like some retired baseball player, but whatever. Yeah. I can beat him up.
And it may be her time coming up because Naomi, who was the champion, just had to relinquish her champion because her and Jimmy Uso are having a baby. Mm-hmm. So champions up for grabs.
Here's what I'm saying. That's a good reason for me to watch wrestling again. Yeah.
It's great. Also, in case you missed it, on some next level otherworldly shit, a Harvard astrophysicist named Avi Loeb has made a bold claim that the interstellar object that is currently speeding towards our solar system at 60 kilometers a second has just a 0.005% chance of being natural. It is the size of Manhattan. And its arrival vector from the center of the Milky Way has triggered some serious debate in the scientific community.
I've been on this shit for a month and a half.
Wait. It has
0.005% chance of being natural, meaning that he believes it's some sort of mothership. It's a mothership, right?
The size of Manhattan.
That it might be
out on the edge of our solar system. And here's some more
currently cruising past Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. Yeah. As we speak.
And here's the thing about it. The thing about it is because at first they were like, oh, it's either like an asteroid or something like that. But this thing is moving. Like it's not because usually asteroids have trajectories.
Gravity.
This is like, no, I'm gonna go this way. And it's like, so that was the first thing that was like, wait, what the fuck? And then through scans and stuff, they're like, that's not minerals or anything. That's not natural shit.
That's not natural. Some theories are that this is a probe that was sent when we first launched our first radio broadcast decades ago, right? And it's just now making its way to Earth. So are we ready for encounters of a third
Independence
kind?
Day situation?
You know, in a what?
In an Independence Day situation?
No, but I can imagine Trump in a Mars attack situation.
Yeah, I can see that. Easily.
No. And
he put a tariff on him and they just fucking ray gun his ass.
Oh, God. Yeah. As I think about it, I'm like,
yeah. So there's that also. Look it up.
Yeah. If the Independence Day situation happens, bro, we are so cooked.
Oh yeah, we're done. Yeah,
it'll turn into Mars attacks.
There's no this is the same guy who told us to drink bleach.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait, going back to like how we connect to people like on feelings and like meet them or that, why don't we just start like posing hypotheticals like that? Like, hey, if an Independence Day situation happened, do you think Trump will handle it well? Like, let's start there and then maybe come up with some more. Like, if you were drowning in a 5-foot swimming pool, right? Do you think Trump would jump in and save you?
I would put money on the fact that as this thing gets closer to us, we will be living the script of Don't Look Up.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
I could easily see that being the thing.
That is exactly what will happen.
Yeah.
Where scientists are going to be like, no, these are aliens. And other people are going to be like, no, don't listen to them. Just don't look at it. It's not happening.
I mean, we have that now, though.
With climate change.
I know.
Yeah, with climate change, we had it with COVID.
The economy is happening.
Yeah, like there's so many times that we see the big thing, whatever it is, and the administration, whatever administration, be like, Yeah, it's not that bad. Like, nah, my boy, like, this is kind of bad. Like, this is kind of the problem. Like,
that's why we would never have a situation like Independence Day, because there's no way that we would be able to rally or mobilize. That's why we would never have a situation like the Fantastic Four, where everyone across the globe.
That's why it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Because it was like,
there's
imagine.
no way if, like, 9/11 happened, and I think it did mobilize the country, but I think that 9/11 happened, country got mobilized, and then it shattered so far apart that if 9/11 happened again,
I don't think we'd be on the same side.
We're not on the same side. There will be people who are like, we got to come together as a country, and there'll be people over here going, y'all did this. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all did it, fix it.
No, I did think about that. I think, I don't know why. I don't even know how we would do this, but I think we need to stop looking at American history from here on out. Like,
that's what they want you to do.
No. But I mean, like, well, because this is two ways of thinking about it. Sometimes when Republicans are talking about, like, we need to stop going back and looking at slavery or whatever, World War II and shit like that, and American exceptionalism, I really think they just want to feel like America began after 9/11. Like, that's when we all came together, and that's when racism died. And then Obama getting elected also means racism died, even though they hate him and he was a liberal Marxist and just make up shit. I think when they say make America great again, they want the Obama years just without Obama.
I just had this conversation with someone about the stuff Trump is doing in the museums. Smithsonian specifically, and the Black Smithsonian, or whatever they call it. As a businessman, not a president, as a businessman, not a president, what you want is for every version of your company to be the best version. Like, when you learn the history of Ford wants you to know about all of the amazing things Ford has done through the years. Ford doesn't want to talk about the racism that Ford, specifically Henry Ford,
stopping black unions,
pushed. Yeah. When you go through the history of Ford,
fuck you, Henry. We didn't forget. Put that on a T-shirt.
None of us own a Ford.
I do not. Will not. But when you go
do not.
When you go through the history of Ford, you go to a Ford museum, you're not going to see the bullshit Ford did. You're only going to see the great stuff that Ford did. Right. As a businessman, that's the ideology that Trump is trying to push in our museums. It's the let's only talk about the great things that America did, not the parts of America that encouraged slavery, or the parts of America that encouraged the civil rights era, that created this. You want to talk about the civil rights era, but not that it was only the exceptionalism of it, not what got us there. You don't talk about Jim Crow, just talk about the greatness of the blacks, as he calls us. And so I was having a conversation. I said, as a businessman, I'm not disagreeing with him, but America's not a business.
You heard that right, people. Paul agrees with Trump.
Paul did not say that.
Clip that.
Clip that if you want to. I will report all of this as spam. The whole podcast is spam. But yeah, I think that it's that. It's he thinks the country. He thinks the country is a business, and he's trying to run a business. It just doesn't work for a country.
I think. So going back to something you mentioned earlier, I don't think he's smart. I think he's fucking stupid as bricks. I think what he's come to understand is, and what I think his dad taught him, is sucking up to the right people can get you very far.
Agreed.
Lying isn't against the law until you're under oath. So lie your fucking ass off. Scam as much as possible to enrich yourself, and fuck all. Like, fuck everyone else. Yeah. And so that's because the reason why specifically with this I disagree is because the woman because it's a black woman who's in charge of it, if I'm not mistaken, of the Smithsonian. His first term when they just unveiled the new like African American museum part of the Smithsonian.
It's called the Blacks. The Blacks Smithsonian.
I misspoke.
Yeah.
He was there, and when all the cameras were on him, he had a whole different speech about this whole thing and how she's great, how all this is awesome. But puppeteering is complicated because it's not like when Putin had the other president and he was just behind the shadows running him. It's a matter of he's going to just always fall in line with whoever's cutting him the check. And so white Christian nationalists specifically don't like talking about slavery. I think they also don't like this idea of because I think right now Christianity, especially like evangelical Christianity, you're talking about the South and you're talking about racism. You're talking about how they're exclusive spaces still in a lot of ways. They're not that integrated in 2025. It's not, it's like, and so with him, I think the push is that we can rewrite history so that American exceptionalism is always on people's minds, and like we don't owe anybody anything anymore. Like it's a reset is basically it.
I agree with you that he's running things like a businessman. I don't think that the country is the business he's running. He's running himself.
Right. I agree.
He's the business.
No, I agree.
And just whatever makes him look good is what's going to be pushed. Right. So in your case, crypto, that, at that time, it was good for him to be out there promoting this brand new thing that America just unveiled. And look at me, I'm the head of America and we're amazing, right?
I think this time he's getting to be the president he wanted to be.
Oh, 1,000%.
And I think
guardrails are off.
I think that I agree with you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I think that part of the narcissism, though, has him. He wants all the praise. He wants all of the praise.
Yeah.
And so when you talk about him kissing up to white Christian nationals, and this is why I say that Trump isn't. Trump, to me, I don't put Trump. I don't say he's a racist. I always say he's not a racist. He is the epitome of narcissism, because he will also kiss up to blacks if he feels like, I've seen him do it. If he feels like, the blacks, just like.
Was that first term or second term? Because I ain't seen him kiss up to blacks.
Well, he's had no need to.
That's what I'm saying. But that's why I think he's a racist.
But he's had no need to. The first term, I tell people all the time, Trump is the first president ever to invite HBCUs to the White House. He's the first president ever to invite HBC. No other president has invited HBCUs to the White House.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Paul is in favor of Trump's actions.
And so...
specifically with the black community.
So only with the blacks. Right. And not the blacks as a community, but like a family that's named the blacks.
Yeah.
But yeah, Trump's the first president to ever invite and offer money to HBCUs. He offered $50 million to HBCUs when he was president first term. And Congress came in and was like, yo, my boy, where are you getting this money from? Like, where's the money coming from? There's no money for that. Now,
it's because he doesn't understand budgets.
He doesn't. but so when I say things like that he'll kiss up to anybody, I literally believe the reason that he's on the side of let's get the immigrants out is because someone told him that the immigrants were bad, because there are no numbers to show us that the immigrants are bad. There are no numbers, but the immigrants can't vote.
Yeah.
So you go with the people who can vote and say, yeah, the immigrants are. There is not a single report that shows that immigration is bad on crime, that immigration is bad on the economy.
In fact, it shows that it's good for the economy. Right. It's good for a lot of things.
And like when you look at the numbers, immigrants commit less crimes than average American citizens.
Because they don't want to go nowhere.
Right. You're not here.
You didn't cross deserts to like go to jail.
Right. For like a bounce check.
You know how fucking hard. Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
And so when I look at him and say, yeah, the reason I say smart is because he's playing a game where he knows all the rules. or he's making up the rules as he goes along. Yeah. Like he's playing a game where he's able to make up the rules as he goes along, and the people behind him are like, good rule.
Yeah.
Hey,
basically.
Good rule. I like the rule. Right. And so I think he
I think he also knows that people will kiss his ass.
Right.
But I don't think that's smart. I think it's just here's another example. The Jeffrey Epstein shit. I think he was there's no question this fool wasn't best friends with him.
Yes.
And probably has things in the files.
Best friends is a stretch, but go ahead.
He wrote Jeffrey Epstein in his book.
I know.
Said Trump is one of my best friends.
Yeah.
And Trump wrote him letters.
Yes.
Whatever. I've known you, and I never wrote you a fucking letter.
Dude, a birthday letter?
Nothing. I've never even posted on his wall like happy birthday.
I don't think you've ever told me happy birthday.
Yeah. And we threw a Palapalooza for your birthday.
Multiple times.
Yeah. No, just twice.
That's multiple.
That is multiple.
But like with the Epstein thing, I think that's the world he lives in, which is also this sort of fake movie world. And I think he does play that in this unique way, because it's like, it's almost like he's Hollywood weird in New York and the rest of the world, if that makes sense.
Right.
Where it's like in like people, if you're from California and you hear this and you got a problem, my bad. But this is how we see y'all, because we tend to
comment.
See this. Drop a comment, please. We only got one. But it's that thing of where like Hollywood people sort of move a certain way, or they view clout and attention as like as valuable, and blah, blah, blah. Optics are huge. And I feel like he does that. And so in his world, like, it absolutely makes sense that he hangs out with this sort of male madam who can get you young women for free. And all I got to do is give you my private jet or fly your jet. It's like, because everything in his world is transactional. Mm-hmm. So like when the white Christian nationalists want laws against trans people, laws against, eventually, potentially, knock on wood, it doesn't happen, overturning gay marriage. Like, he doesn't care,
right?
Because it's just, this is the transaction for him to get the thing.
No, right. But and that's why I guess when I say I don't think I think he's narcissist. I think
both are true.
I think the narcissism. Yes, I think the narcissism fuels the thing, right? Like, the numbers clearly show that trans people are less than 1%.
Much less.
Less than 1% of the country. So if I need support, I could go to the trans people, but they're less than 1% of the country, or I can go to the Christian nationalists who represent whatever percent they represent, and it's greater than less than 1%.
I think you both are saying the same thing.
That K-pop Demon Hunter is the movie of summer. You're right.
Dallas got the hose.
Yeah. I just love that this all started because of a news article about a unidentified object hurtling through space.
Oh shit!
Towards us.
This is how
he ain't gonna save conversation. He ain't gonna save us. Let's get out of here. All right, on to the mighty big news, because that wasn't it.
No, yikes.
Yeah, fucking mothership coming isn't the
That's
big
not
news.
the mighty big news. We're keeping it local for this one. The mighty big news this week is about Project Marvel and the divides across the Alamo City. So if you haven't heard, for whatever reason, you don't live in San Antonio. That's why you haven't heard.
Which I think more people should tap into about this issue. And I think it can affect other cities as well.
So if you haven't heard, San Antonio is trying to pull off this mega move that they are calling Project Marvel. It is a $3 to $4 billion plan to basically rebuild downtown with a brand new shiny Spurs arena where the old Institute of Texas Cultures currently sits. It'll also bring some new hotels, an expansion to the convention center, a land bridge over I-37 to reconnect the east side to downtown, and a facelift for the Alamo Dome, even though they're not done with the last facelift for the Alamo Dome. Spurs Sports and Entertainment is putting in about $500 million. They want the city of San Antonio to chip in about another $500 million, and they want Bexar County voters to approve about another $500 million in November. Here is why everybody's talking about it. Mayor Gina Ortiz is throwing some shade, and she said, wait a second, I don't trust your investigation here. Can we get some independent studies and some more community input? And instead of just y'all in the back room doing your deals, City Council said, nah. And they went ahead and passed a 7-4 non-binding terms sheet that doesn't actually lay out all of the expenses. And workers and activists are pissed off about it and are actually planning a protest for Labor Day. So speaking of marching in the streets, that'll be happening. We're filming this on Friday, so I don't know, in a couple of days. Basically, they're saying if you can find billions for an arena, but you can't find billions for schools, housing, and wages, then what the fuck are you doing? People are also worried about hidden costs, voter fatigue, and whether or not it really serves the community. So that's the question. Is this really for us? Or just another shiny thing that downtown gets, while the barrios on the west side and the east side and the south side are all ignored? What do you think? Because even Ron Nuremberg came out saying that this is a generational opportunity, or just same old story with a new shiny Spurs jersey on.
I have a lot of different ways I'm going to approach this.
Okay.
As someone who lives here.
And you're a hardcore Spurs fan.
As a fan. As someone who also pays attention to San Antonio economics and politics.
Calor o frio on Project Marvel.
I'm hot. Me and Paul talked about this on Wednesday. I think multiple things are happening. I think the activists are fighting the wrong fight. I think Gina Ortiz is trying to make a splash. I think Project Marvel was Ron Nuremberg's last hurrah. Yep. Like, I got this thing set up, the deal's made, we got the money, everything was done, and now I think she's trying to. I don't know. I don't know her, but I feel like changing, because she already had the controversy about the rule change in the city hall, where she was kind of trying to put pressure or sort of like take control of the space a little bit more. And I feel like this is another attempt to kind of get her mayoral, occupation in front of something big so that she can appear big. I don't think she's necessarily wrong for more research. You can conduct more research as it happens. I'm hot on it for this reason and this reason only. It is going to produce a lot of new jobs in the area. A lot of new. I do think downtown needs to be fixed. I think this can be huge. The biggest thing I am against, though, is the Spurs arena was supposed to do all these things to the east side where it's at. Mm-hmm. That didn't happen. It's 15 minutes from downtown, and they could have just, as gentrification and things were stretching that way, they could have just kept going, really, and improve the lives of people who live on the east side, and they didn't. But I think when activists are saying, like, this isn't what we need, one, what do we need? And they say things like, well, they've been closing schools. It's like, but they're not closing schools because of lack of funding. They're closing schools because a lot of these schools are in neighborhoods where all the people are old. I know because I live in one. And so there's just not enough kids to support that school. So send them to a more popular school, populated school. Roadways, they're getting worked on. I don't know if you saw, but they got that new I-10 super overchange.
It's finally open.
It's finally, like, they're doing all that. So, like, what specifically do you want? Now, I do agree that, like, yes, the east side and the west side and south side need better things. But as someone who lives next to the new Techport Center, new things are coming where I'm living because they got this old abandoned area and made a thing. And I think that's where, and maybe in the old former Spurs arena, make it a thing. Sell it to a business. Make it something that benefits the east side, that gets jobs in the east side, because that's what they need. Like, don't let it sit unoccupied for 15 years. That would be my fight.
But I think that's what's probably going to happen. Like, we already have 3 arenas within, like you said, 15 minutes of each other. Do we really need a 4th?
Yeah.
What 3 arenas we have?
Aren't there 3? The Freeman, the Frost, and the Alamo Dome.
Freeman doesn't count as an arena.
No, that was one. It was like from the 70s, bro. Yeah. It's like, yeah, they hold high school graduations there, and they get full.
Sure.
Like it's not what we're talking about.
But Frost and Alamo Dome, I'll give you. The Freeman is
okay.
And but like the Alamo Dome serves its purpose.
Yes.
Like I think that's the one thing. The Frost Center doesn't serve a purpose anymore because whenever major musical acts or anyone comes, they go to the Alamo Dome. And if they don't go there, they go to the Techport Center now. They should be going to the Frost Center. Yeah. That just didn't happen. And that's a huge part of the problem.
Well, and whoever was in charge of revitalizing the East Side,
Phil Harburger, you piece of shit.
That's who apparently.
It's probably Phil Harburger. But it didn't happen, right? Like they put the AT&T, now Frostbank Center there, but it did not generate anything else around it. Like there's nothing else that, like,
nothing.
If you go to other cities and see their basketball arena, right outside the arena, you'll see at least small businesses and fast food restaurants. There's not even a fast food restaurant over there. You leave the AT&T.
There's a nice barbecue place that lets the people use their parking lot
for $20.
For $20, yeah. That's what I saw last time I was around there.
You leave the AT&T and you hit 35 and you're off the East Side. Like you're done.
And that's what happens after games. People go and leave.
Yeah, and I believe that something needs to happen on the East Side. If they pull the Spurs, I don't think it changed anything.
I don't either.
Because the Spurs didn't bring any money to the East Side.
It's a seasonal operation.
Yeah. And everything else that happens there, even the concerts that happen there, they don't bring money to the East Side. No one is coming to the East Side to then like.
And I think that's one of the main arguments about this is like, what does building this new multi-billion-dollar, multi-year project actually do for the communities around?
It does so much.
I know you're not a big big sports fan, but if you look at where the Cowboys play, right? Where the Cowboys is the Cowboys and the Rangers
and the Dallas Stars too,
and
right?
the Stars all play in like a 5-mile radius of each other.
It's the Houston NRG.
Yes. But that's what's starting to happen more everywhere.
Even when there are no games going on,
it's popular.
There's a big thing called the Lowe's Center or whatever. Like there's something when there are no games, there's still people there watching all the TVs. But it's a big center that people go to, specifically funneling in money into that area on nights when there's nothing going on
that locals also work at.
Yeah. Right. So
I think part of this too is like a smaller venue that seats like 5,000 or something like that.
So if we can create that, then
it's a good thing.
We're not going back downtown. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't go downtown now. Yeah. And unless there's something specific for us to do downtown, we're not going downtown. But if you put a thing downtown that attracts people, because that's what River Center was for a while.
Yeah, it was. Actually, that's a great point.
But at
back
some
in the
point,
mall heyday.
Yeah, during the mall heyday, River Center was
it was up there like with city like Houston Galleria.
Yeah.
Malls in New York and Chicago.
And so the city needs a thing for people to come back downtown. And if this is it, then this is it. I agree with Rooster. Like, people often make the complaint about, well, why not put the money here? But there was no money there anyway, right? Like, and how do you get the money for roads if you don't have money funneling in for another reason? Like you need to start the thing so money will funnel in. So now we can be like, hey, we have money coming in. Let's fix these streets.
Yeah. Also, this is my, I don't know, speculation. Okay. I have nothing to prove on this. I wouldn't be surprised if gambling became legal in San Antonio soon, like 20 years or less. And I could see that area and then downtown itself becoming its own kind of, I think you could put like a Harrah's in there or something like that. You can, because gambling's already kind of getting legal anyway, which is its own weird conversation. Cause then they're still like shutting down gambling halls, which is nuts. Like I know you've seen a few of those stories going around. Shout out to the one on the west side that's gone now. But that's what I mean is like the hospitality industry in general is already kind of struggling. Mm-hmm. Vegas right now is losing a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
So how do you get people to your city matters so much? That's why they're investing all that shit into the Alamo. And what I think San Antonio activists need to also understand is the hospitality tax alone gets so much more money for other things. But so it is an investment like that. But you can't just not invest in a thing and then be upset when the money's not there because it's like, well, yeah, because we don't have a thing anymore. River Center Mall is gone. I remember when River Center was the biggest thing in South Texas.
Yeah.
If not, all the way up to Austin even. Like, it was fucking huge.
Yeah.
They used to do concerts at River Center.
Yep.
Like, shit.
Right in the little atrium.
Yeah. Like, shit like that. Like, but people don't go to malls anymore. So what do we have downtown besides the Alamo? Like, yeah, there's the food industry is a big pull for people now. Mm-hmm. But and
we have the Riverwalk, but the Riverwalk it's not the attraction that it used to be.
No.
Right? Like the Riverwalk used to be the attraction, and now it's just not that anymore. And so if you put a thing that attracts the locals, like the tourists, we all know people. All of us know people that will come to San Antonio and want to go to the Riverwalk.
Yes.
And so we begrudgingly take them or send them, but we go because we have to go. But we're not. When was the last time you did a riverboat tour?
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like you've never done one?
You should do it. It's magical. Especially Christmas time. Oh, it's great.
Wait a minute. You've never done a riverboat tour?
I've never done a riverboat tour.
Chibbi.
Get on one.
Before the year. No. I'm making this public declaration. Before the year is out, we're going on a riverboat tour.
Okay.
Take Corey. He's gonna think it's magical.
Yeah. Like it can be a thing. Like me, you, Corey. We'll get a group. We're going on a riverboat tour.
All right, great.
We're making it happen before the year is out.
I love what has materialized from this conversation.
Yes. Damn everything else. But
look, to be clear, like I'm not fighting against this. Like I'm just putting forth the arguments that are being made. I'm a fan of new shiny things, as I think we're all aware of.
Well, because I think
but I also think like two things can be true.
Sure.
Like, yes, I think we need something like this in downtown San Antonio. And
two things are true, but the argument is wrong. And that's what I'm saying.
Right. Sure.
Is activists their argument is wrong. No. And it's like I would love to see them come out and say what's next for the Frost Center, because the Frost Center is now going to be completely vacant.
Yeah,
and that's a lot of fucking space for nothing.
Exactly. And I don't even think like they completed. I think that was the other argument around this was like they haven't even completed the shit they said they were going to do around the Frost Center.
No, they're still owe money on the Frost Center.
There you go.
They're not done paying for the Frost Center.
Exactly, and so like that's where like yes, I think me personally, I think like this sounds like a really great idea in general. And I'm not against the idea of like, no, we need a few more studies on this before we actually move forward on it. Because like, yes, Frost Center, we still owe money. Over here, like we were talking about $1.5 billion that are being accounted for right now, right? A third from the Spurs, a third from the city, a third from Bexar County. This is a $3 to $4 billion project. Where's the rest of the money coming from? Right. And then the 60 million?
I think they think this is something too that sometimes activists have a hard time getting, myself included, is sometimes capitalism is a bitch, but sometimes the rules of capitalism make so much sense. And what I mean is, the extra money you're talking about, that's going to come from investments. When restaurants start up, when they put a TGI Friday in that bitch, they're going to pay some money into it. When a shopping center, when they put a Gucci store or some shit in there, it's going to start. People invest in things that are worth investing in, and like that's the problem with the East Side and the Frost Center is it's like there's nothing to invest there anymore
without displacing more people.
No one cares about displacement. There's just nothing to invest in. People will displace you
for a house
with the quickness. But like where the Joe and Harry Freeman Coliseum sits, right? There's a neighborhood directly next to that. And I remember when they started building the Frost Bank or AT&T Center, there was talk about what's going to happen to this neighborhood that's directly next to it. Like When we were kids, we would go through the fence to sneak into the carnival because it was directly next to the neighborhood. My grandmother lived over there. So we would, I mean, that's how close it is. There was all this talk about when the AT&T Center gets built, how this neighborhood's going to go up in value. Problem is, there's a train track that runs right there. And that train track, as most times train tracks can be, become a dividing line between the haves and the have-nots. And nothing happened on the other side of that train track because it was a train track right there. All of these people thought, oh, they're going to buy these houses and make them condos. And my grandmother was like, I'm not selling my house. Which is a whole nother issue. My aunt ended up getting a house and sold it for $10,000 for drug money. Man. But anyway.
Not this pod.
I digress. But yeah, so I think that if whatever happens, like, how can I say this nicely? There's no nice way to say it. Like, fuck the AT&T Center. It brought nothing to the east side.
Yeah.
At all. Like, there's nothing that came with it. And so it's like, yeah, if you want to get rid of it, make it a drug den. Like, it did nothing else for the east side. Like, there's nothing that happened on the east side that the AT&T Center benefited from.
Yeah.
Plus the AT&T Center.
The other way.
Plus the east side is kind of like, has some weird, like, I don't know what I would call it, boundaries or just like things that hold it back. Like the train tracks. Like you have a lot of them going is just in weird areas.
Yes.
You also got like industrial parks, basically, of just like, you know, shipping containers and fucking.
Well, yeah, that's how redlining works.
No, that's exactly my point. No, that's literally what I was getting to, and that's why, like, you can even see it now in the gentrification. Like, they're kind of going as far as up as like Hackberry and in, because that, and it's almost becoming like a South town, but on the east side. But beyond that it gets weird, bro. Like, you just driving through that shit, you're like, fuck, I hit another. How did I hit a train track when I just left a train track?
I was in high school when they put these jet fuel tankers less than a mile from my high school, like these big tankers of jet fuel is what we were told, right? Like, in high school, they were building these shits right by my high school, and then like told us if one of these things explode,
it's gone.
You get
all of you.
We had a 3-second window to get like 5 miles down the road, and we're like. So now, granted, these things don't explode, but when you're in high school, you're like, wait, they're doing what?
Yeah.
Who voted for this? But redlining.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. Yeah. You know, and again, I think we're saying the same thing of like, the argument might be wrong, but like, if they expect us to vote on it, we should at least know what we're voting on.
Right, and that's the only thing I stand behind Gina Ortiz Gomez, or whatever her name is. Is that her name?
Jones.
Okay, yeah. Is that we do need more transparency.
Yes.
But I feel like, and this is just a general statement, but you see it often, Nuremberg was in office for the limit that he could be in office. He
3
did
terms.
his full 8 years. That was all he could do. He did that. And
got us through COVID. Shout out to him.
Yeah. And the new person that comes in, unfortunately, has to do all of the things to be like, yeah, let me stay here for all of this time too. And she won't. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Who was mayor after? Were you here when Henry Cisneros was here?
No.
Henry Cisneros was like the mayor. The city loved him.
Yeah.
And then after Henry, I don't know who was there.
Remember who it was.
It was like somebody else.
It wasn't until we got Castro, really.
And the only reason we lost Castro is because he went to work for Obama.
And then we had Shorty. And she got fucked. She was good. I think what was her problem was some of her politics. She was a little conservative, but she was just doing the same thing Castro did.
Here's my
Ivy Taylor.
Ivy Taylor. My only issue. Well, she did get reelected. She got reelected. Yeah. My only issue with Ivy Taylor has always been this is when I say it. Ivy Taylor was city council. And Castro moves up, and it was Ivy Taylor versus some other guy, and they were like, they basically told the guy, hey, it would look good for the city if we let this black woman become mayor.
Yeah,
and that's those are the parts of affirmative action. I'm like, no. Don't just give her the job, right? Don't give her the job because she's a black woman. Like, let her earn it. And if she earns it, she earns it. But it was news stories written about. They just kind of was like, the other guy who wanted the job was like, yeah, you're right. It looks good for San Antonio if we have this black lady as mayor. And I'm like, San Antonio's 7% black. It doesn't look good for San Antonio if we have a black person mayor. It looks good if we elect a mayor that looks like the city.
And loves black people. Because Nuremberg put it, I don't want to say used like it as a bad way, but like he propped up vocab, and shout out to her, in a lot of great ways. Put her in positions to win. Funding, all kinds of things because he was smart enough to know and be out there like that.
No, and I when I first found out,
fuck Phil Harburger, he did not love black people or Mexicans.
Not welcome on the pod.
No, he can come. Well, he come on my pod.
Is he alive still?
I don't know. He has a part.
He was right before Castro, and I just remember he was like the first mayor, like that I remember getting elected, and his whole stance was like, we need to beautify the parks. And like, this is 2006, I think 2005. I'm like, I don't know, man. There's some bad shit. That was a fucking.
Well, you weren't here for Nelson Wolf?
Nah. Actually, I think Harburger was after Wolf.
I think Harburger was
or something like that. I don't remember who was before Harburger.
But I've only ever lived in Ron San Antonio, so.
well, no, this is something I was going to ask you. I'm going to kind of throw it to you because we're being very San Antonio specific here. But like Houston, for example, where you lived for many years, like how if you can recall, like or you're still connected to people who live there, like Julia and stuff. Like, how do they feel about like the city versus like the expanded areas? Because I think that's also what's happening here is we're getting to this place as a city that's growing to where what is San Antonio really? Is it, and like you have to care about everyone, but I'm not going to lie. Like once I get outside,
you don't give a shit.
Like it kind of gets, milky, I guess for me, like foggy, like, like I'm like, what do y'all really need? Y'all have everything. And then when I get around closer to 1604, I'm really like, the fuck do y'all need?
Well, I think that's part of the argument here is that the people that are like really pushing this are not the people that live in the area that's directly affected by this, right? It's your Stone Oaks.
But that's the thing about Project Marvel is it's not going to displace people. They're just the area of downtown where they're messing with
Hemisphere Park.
Right. That's fine. There's not much there except like those apartments that I think Brando lied about and said he lived in. I was like, you ain't living in Hemisphere View. Get the fuck out of here, bro. He's like, no, I got an apartment there. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Can we tear down the tower?
Actually, no, real shit. Let's talk that. See, now we're in this shit. This is San Antonio talk.
We tear down the tower.
Or let's tear it down, build a bigger fucking tower.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Because
let's put something there.
When was the last time you was at the tower?
Never.
Right.
I mean, like a child.
Right.
6, 7.
Right. Like, we're not doing the tower.
We're not doing the tower.
I took my
getting a Ferris wheel.
I took my son to the tower.
Oh, yeah, they are making the Ferris wheel.
Yeah,
I'm here for that.
I took my son to the tower when he was like 5 or 6. So I guess I've been there 10 years ago, right? But he was a kid and he didn't live here. So
it was like, sure.
Yeah.
It was like part of the Riverwalk experience.
Yeah. But that being said, like, we can just get rid of that shit. It's time.
Because that shit don't do nothing for nobody.
No. And that's what's going to happen to the Frost Center.
Yeah.
I think activists, if you're out there listening, I think that's the move. Revitalize the Frost Center. Like, do almost like how they do with malls in certain places. Like, I learned about this former mall in Rhode Island that they just turned it into like an apartment complex.
Yeah, completely.
Like, turn it into housing. Turn it into some shit. Yeah, reconceptualize that bitch. Sell it.
A community garden.
Some shit. Like the East Side needs it. It's a food desert. Put a fucking hydroponic fucking garden shit in there. You all got all them mad fucking urban gardeners and shit.
You put a whole food court.
You do. There's a lot of them out there.
Make that whole center a food court with an H-E-B and some restaurants and some farmers markets.
They got the H-E-B part in the Frost Center already. Make it an H-E-B.
Make it H-E-B.
Yeah, like that would sort of revitalize it in a major way that I could stand behind.
And there you go. All right, well, putties, sluts, let us know where you stand on it.
Putties.
Slutty putties. All right. right, and the last segment of the pod is no longer a quick hit of dopamine. It's the weekend movies, or in this case, the past month.
Unless you have a quick hit of dopamine, you want to share. Okay.
Wherein we talk about the movies that we've recently seen since the last time we potted, which apparently was a month ago. So I got a few
ACs, man.
Yeah, I know.
Keep them running.
I got a few on the list. We did go see Together with Alison Brie and Dave Franco, and they give us the codependent couple's worst nightmare or wet dream, depending on how you feel.
And you give it a thumbs up.
I gave it a 4 stars. You know, it was pretty good in terms of the genre that it was at. It will be coming to streaming this weekend.
Really?
So, yes.
On what?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just know that it's coming to streaming.
Shit,
There's a number of movies.
I might rent that.
There's a number of movies that are coming out this weekend for Labor Day weekend that are encouraging a couch binge. So yeah, I thought it was good. Had some really ill-placed humor, and I think that was more the writing than anything else. But pretty creepy, pretty intense, layered conversation.
Okay.
We also went back and we saw The Last Breath with your boys Simu Liu.
About the divers.
Simu Lima.
Yeah.
Simu Liu.
I wanted to see that. Did you ever
Simu
watch
Limi?
that Not Event Horizon, that Blackwater Horizon? The one about the oil rig fire with the dudes? It's kind of like that.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. Like, it was interesting. My husband is deathly afraid of the
Frost
ocean.
Center into a fucking movie theater.
Hey.
Or add one in there. Because what movie theater do y'all have on the east side?
We don't.
That's right. Yeah.
Giant IMAX.
The closest theater would
Sphere.
be the Galaxy over on
Wouldn't it be
Parrot
River
Battle?
Center?
Oh, I forgot about River Center.
Yeah.
There's a theater in River Center.
That's probably the closest one y'all got.
That
but
one
fuck
does still
that.
have an IMAX.
Yeah, but fuck that. You got to go downtown for that.
I think that was the only one that was showing Sinners in 8mm.
Bro, you could get. I know Santico would fucking put one in there. He would love to put some shit. He puts that shit everywhere, bro.
There you go.
Okay.
Did you?
I just hate the one he took.
That would be dope. Yeah, that would be real dope. And I had to think about it. That would be a really dope situation.
And the loss of the Bijou.
Yeah.
That sucked. Did you watch any before we get into the ones that we both watched?
K-pop Demon Hunter.
That is a movie.
Sick. Actually, I'll recommend this. I recommend it. I just saw it the other day. It was called The Penguin Lesson.
Oh.
It's on Netflix. It came out last year. Did you ever watch The Full Monty? Okay.
Forever ago.
Well, it was written and directed by that guy. And it's based on a true story. It was interesting. I had just seen like some of the previews. I was like, it's funny, and I always watch a penguin in a person.
Absolutely.
And it was about this time in Argentina where this English teacher goes there just to work, and long story less long, ends up with a penguin, and but it's during this time of like fascism and people getting disappeared, and all kinds of like political uprising and coup.
So 2025.
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't expecting that. I really just saw it. I was like, I'm gonna watch the funny guy with the penguin. Yeah. And then it was like, but then Consuela got taken, and I'm like, fuck. And then the penguins just started like, fuck. I'm like, hey, bro, this shit hit.
What was it called?
The Penguin Lesson.
The Penguin Lesson. Yeah. You know which movie I'm really looking forward to? Good Boy.
Oh yeah. That one's sick.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about this? Good Boy?
No.
Whole premise of this movie, okay? Check it. You see these ghost movies, right? And they're like white family, whatever. The monsters are there, blah, blah, blah. Whole movie from the perspective of the dog.
Paul don't fuck with dogs.
I don't.
But you wouldn't see the dog, because like
the
dog
horror movie from the perspective
and
of
the dog seeing that paranormal shit, and then like trying to lassie it and get his
real dog, also not CGI dog.
Yeah. Real dog.
Maybe.
Okay. He's like, I'm with that.
On to the movies we both saw. So we've been on this Conjuring Universe marathon. We only have 2 left, I think, right? Which we're watching right after the recording of this pod. I hadn't ever seen any of those movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
None of them. Because my horror movie thing is like I like a situational horror movie where like the characters put themselves in a situation because I know I would never put myself in that situation. So therefore this would never happen to me. Paranormal ones are like, I just bought a house and it's haunted, right?
Yeah.
That shit could happen.
That on Zillow.
That shit could happen to me. So usually it kind of freaks me out. Not as scary as I thought they were going to be.
Did you see Matt Rife bought Annabelle?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Oh, okay. That dude, I just feel like, bro,
left, right.
Mothership coming, Matt Rife with the keys to the portals of hell, and Trump and power. Bro, we're so cooked.
Wait, are y'all galore or free on Matt Rife?
I'm Frio.
I don't even know that hoe.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's you know what though, I'm real anti crowd work these days. Crowd rock yeah. Write a fucking joke, bro. Because it was and I got this. I forgot who it was. It wasn't Mark Maron, because I know he's out there just flaming everybody, and I'm here for that. Shout out to always welcome on the pod.
Always welcome on the pod.
It was the other guy, Anthony Jeselnik, who I'm not really a fan of.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But he has some shit that I'm like, he just does very dark humor.
Okay.
That's the best I can say.
Yeah,
okay.
Very dark. Yeah, it's
and dry.
Yeah.
Like it's dry and dark and
So fuck the guy that bought the Annabelle.
Well, but he was the one. He was on a podcast who was talking about that. He's like crowd work is fucking lazy, and it's also like, do you have any jokes? And like,
he has a stand up on Netflix.
Yeah.
That isn't crowd work.
Right.
It's just
and it's not funny.
It's decent.
I didn't think it was.
I thought it was decent. He's it's decent.
Well, let's talk comedians real quick. How do you feel about Ralph, the Mexican kid, Ralph, whatever his name is? He's out here now. You know what I'm talking about? Ralph. Damn.
Not Ralphie May.
No, not Ralphie May. He's still around, I guess.
Yeah, he's still around.
But then you also got like shit. Who's that other person?
You got that puppet.
How do you feel about Kill Tony?
Don't know who it is.
Oh, okay. Because he's starting to get talked about. But see, he's kind of a similar thing where like he got big in Hollywood and on the internet because they would do these like roast shows. Actually, you remember her though. Fuck, I don't want to say her name. So I'm gonna have to give you like context clues. And when I get the video, I'm gonna send it to you because Brando sent it to me. And you'll be like, oh fuck.
All right, putties, you're in for a ride.
You remember the pizza guy and the shorty who had the conflict with him with the glasses.
Pizza guy.
From Blah. He used to walk. He still walks the strip.
Okay, yeah.
Shorty
I'm just not trying to use names.
Okay.
But you remember the white shorty?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And her name is also in a poem that we used to do.
Okay.
And she hated every time we would say it. Like, why you gotta use that name and say that I'm an evil white bitch?
Oh, yeah.
Because she was kind of an evil white bitch. So she was on this deal, but it's like a panel of comedians, and like she told this story about how she like killed a guy. And it was like, because that's what they do is like they get, sometimes it's comedians, sometimes it's just people with weird stories. And it's like, yeah, this is a story about when I got my dick stuck in the water hose. And like, then they just kind of like roast them as they like, well, tell us this story because it's fucking amazing and it's never amazing.
Right.
And so, yeah, she was on there. And so like, he's kind of becoming this thing because some people are like, oh, dude, it's like a freak show.
Yeah, right.
So it's like that they roast. And so comedy is weird, bro. And I'm not on the crowd work. Someone was like, bro, why did I pay $20 for you to come here and like dissect my relationship?
Yeah, I'm
or whatever.
So like there are certain comedians that, and I don't put Matt Rife in the same space, but like I've seen D.L. Hughley do amazing work.
He used to do that.
And great crowd work, right? Like I think if you can do both.
Well, that was his thing at the end of every act.
And every act he would start just taking shots at the crowd. And I'm not saying Matt Rife is anywhere near D.L. Hughley's talent on either side of the coin, crowd work or
saying some funny shit,
jokes. But I know that what he posts is mostly crowd work. I believe that what he does in his shows is there's a show before the crowd work.
Do you also know the comedian who does the crowd work, but he does the like T-Pain voice thing? Have you seen that dude?
No.
Okay, so that's his gimmick, and sometimes I'm not gonna lie, some of this shit's funny, but like he goes around and like basically he'll see couples and like he tells his jokes through like a T-Pain auto-tune.
Oh shit!
So the whole time he just like, "Is this your girl?" And they're like, and then they have to sing back, and he's like, "Are y'all gonna fuck tonight?" And then the crowd's like, "Ah!" And like that's the whole bit. But like like you see,
like Kev on stage. You know what Kev on stage is?
Yeah.
Kev on stage and Tony Baker have a show where they don't have any jokes written. It's literally
they improv.
It's a whole improv show where they just go out, they get the crowd they ask questions of the crowd before the show, and then people come on stage and they create jokes in the moment. Like if it's done well, I'm not against crowd work.
Are you for that Nathan Freeman dude, the guy who makes those weird?
It's a white guy.
Yeah. He like fucks with reality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like the routine.
I saw him on. I saw his Netflix. Not Black.
I
saw his
HBO.
I've started following him on clips on IG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He does some weird shit.
Y'all know Bianca Del Rio?
No.
Exactly.
Oh wait, no. Actually, I do know that. She's a comedian, right?
She's a drag queen that does comedy, and her whole shtick is just like being.
Is she like kind of local, like Texas, or no?
That's a good question. I feel like maybe she was.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, her whole shtick is she just talks shit to the audience, but she does it really well. Fucking hysterical.
How much of this do I tell you guys?
And the world, because we are alive.
It is what it is. I have a buddy. See, I got to start this and take this all off of me. I have a buddy. I know we're close on time. I have a buddy who has a what's the word? Little person fetish.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so
we don't kink shame.
That's where this starts. He has a little person fetish, and there was a troop of little people coming to town for a little person. What we thought it was a strip show. So little strippers coming to town. Do you know who Bridget the Midget is?
Yes, I do.
Yes. And that's her name. That's her name.
That is her name.
She was one of the performers. So we go to the show to see the little people do whatever the little people do.
You're supporting artists.
We're supporting artists. The very first person on stage was a young lady with spinal bifida. She did 10 minutes of comedy about having spinal bifida. And it was the most cringy.
Wow.
Like, I was like, I shouldn't be laughing at this. Like, she told all of the adult version jokes, but they all led back to her having spinal bifida. And I was like, I don't like any of this.
I am uncomfortable.
I want to go home. Please let me go home. And the show was trash. But that's a whole other.
Well, the last movie on the list.
So these aliens are coming in this. No,
Weapons.
I loved it.
I know. I loved it.
Yeah.
I basically wrote Zach Kreger fucked us all up again, because that's the same director as Barbarian. Julia Garner, which you stan.
I love her.
Josh Brolin, which I love.
You know how you feel about Reese Witherspoon?
Really?
I'm telling you, dog. Telling you, bro. Yeah.
I give 4.5 stars, because that was some pretty intense.
That was good.
Pretty intense horror.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Keep it moving.
I thought we were going to have a conversation about music.
Oh, Ghostface?
Did you still listen?
No, I told you I'm gonna listen to. I was busy all day. I didn't listen to it.
Trash.
I know.
Next time.
The conversation was why old musicians still better than new musicians. Subcategory: is Drake over?
No.
Really? You don't think so?
No, not even close.
But I feel like, wait, did Iceman drop or no?
No, it hasn't dropped yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll find out later.
I will say this. Ghostface Killer might be the greatest album out. Also, Kwame dropped a new album today.
Always welcome on the pod.
Always welcome anywhere that hip hop is available. That Kwame album is decent.
You got anything else you want to recommend? Shows you watch?
I haven't watched anything, dude. I started trying to
Food Spot.
get back into season 2 of Severance on Apple TV, because season 1 was great. And so I started watching season 2, but I just don't watch TV enough to like get in the space of like, I'll sit down, I'm like, oh, boom. And
it's like, I'd rather take a nap.
Yeah.
We just started Alien Earth.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
I watched all of it.
I did watch Sinners again.
That was a good one.
Because I needed to like, I watched it in the theaters.
Double back and check.
And that's
where I'm at. I haven't double back to rewatch it yet, but it's hitting me. I'm like,
that was the best thing about this summer was Sinners.
No, but that came out kind of right before summer. It was spring.
It's summer in San Antonio.
I think the conversation,
it's summer in San Antonio.
I think the conversation kind of lasted through
that
summer.
And Weapons, best movies to come out this year.
I haven't seen Weapons out. I
don't know if you'll like it, but
it's very fucked up.
It's not just fucked up. It's just also like real weird.
I like weird. We like weird. Yeah. All right. So closing remarks and motivational messages for the week. Y'all got anything?
Stay hydrated, people.
There you go.
It's hot as fuck. I think but fall is basically here. I was standing outside and I felt a breeze.
We are set to have a summer cold front.
Yeah, I
for
think
the next few days. There will be rain and the weather's going to drop to the 70s and 80s.
Man.
That is our summer cold front.
God loves us.
My motivational message is brought to you by the Tower. It's time to fuck shit up. Just sudden change.
Stop self-care.
Do the goddamn things. Whatever it is. Do the opposite of whatever it is you're currently doing.
Facts.
Just do that.
Paul? Stop listening to this podcast. Go light something on fire.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
We only have 36 listeners.
You know what? My motivational moment is just keep going.
Keep going.
Just keep going.
Because it pisses them off
when
you keep going.
Yeah.
Thriving.
Yeah.
Not even thriving.
Just surviving.
Just moving forward. Just moving forward.
When they have to wake up and see that you're still there, they're tight.
Yeah. Just keep going.
Keep going. Fuck shit up and hydrate.
I keep telling a friend of mine this. Everything you want is on the other side of fear.
Oh.
Everything you want is on the other side of fear.
I heard somewhere everything you want is on the other side of cringe. Which similar.
Yeah.
And the only thing that fear is the fear is that you're either going to lose something that you already have or you're not going to get something that you want.
Yeah.
So fucking do it.
Just do it.
Fuck shit up.
Yeah.
And hydrate.
Well, that does it for us. Thank you, Paul, for hopping on the pod.
2 hours and 15 minutes worth of pod.
I'm here for it.
Paul, where can people find you if you want to be found?
Instagram @PaulDidit. PaulDidit.
There you go.
I'm pretty much nowhere else these days.
That's good because the rest of the internet fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Rooster, where can people find you?
You can find me on the east side planning to revitalize the Frost Center movement. Other than that, you can find me on Instagram, RoostMTZ.
And in the streets. That's right. You can find me on Instagram, Gemini's GMINEYES. Also, get these shirts, yo. I think these shirts are pretty dope. These made in Texas by Mexicans, supported ISIS. Let the world know that you support Mexicans in Texas.
Until the next time, take care, slutty putties.
That's right. Be safe out there.
Bye. Peace.